Welcome back to Man Down Sports. As you can see from the thumbnail, we want to get into some stuff that Kendrick Perkins said, right? About Bronny James, of all people. And I thought I was going to be done talking about Bronny, man. I haven't talked about him as much. We're almost 10 games into the season. I haven't talked about him much. But he did get dunked on last night. But it wasn't as bad as you think. It was, if you seen it, it wasn't bad. Like, it was Wemby, first of all, so that's 7'5", 7'6" coming at you. And he kind of jumped out of the way. It wasn't like body to body or, he really tried to block it. It was just, he kind of passed through. He jumped, but he just passed through, so if you want to make fun of him and you want to get a good laugh, then you say he got dunked on. But really, he didn't. He didn't really get dunked on. But it was funny, just being who it was, man. But I want to get into some stuff that Kendrick Perkins said. I think he was on Road Tripping podcast with Richard Jefferson and Channing Frye, and I can't remember the female's name that's on there, but he was on Road Tripping. As a matter of fact, he wasn't on Road Tripping. He was actually on Tony Allen and Zach Randolph's podcast. Young Disciple said, "Dude is hooping." And at winning time, he's hooping. Okay, if you say so. If you say he's hooping, I wouldn't say he's hooping, but he's doing okay. He's doing okay. I wouldn't say he's hooping though. Like, hooping is something different. Like, we setting the bar real low for what hooping is all of a sudden. The bar is low for hooping. I'm waiting for the butt. He's hooping. No, not even the butt. He's hooping for a third-year player. I guess that's what you're going to say. He's hooping for someone who shouldn't be in the league. Yes, for someone who shouldn't be in the league, he's hooping. Let's say that. He's hooping for someone who shouldn't be in the league. He should be a senior in college right now. Maybe a junior. I can't remember. Yeah, what's going on, Transformer? What's popping? Young Disciple in the house. Where my moderators at? I know this is a different time for y'all. This is something different, but I wanted to give y'all a little lunchtime special. You know what I mean? Since I'm home, why wait till 4:00 to go live? Let's see what my lunchtime crowd look like. On the East Coast, it's probably, it's probably just y'all just not getting off work probably, but out here on the West Coast, it's lunchtime, right? So, yeah, the mods are definitely fast asleep and can probably confuse because I don't think I've ever went at lunchtime before. I don't think this probably a first. I'm trying to find a new time, y'all. Because my work schedule changed a little bit. And I've been a little inconsistent lately with my solo shows, just because my schedule is a little different. So I'm trying to find a different time. Yeah, we live, Bruce. Shout out to Format Podcast. I'm trying to find a different time. And I'm probably put a poll in the community tab. Do y'all want my solo shows? Do y'all want a morning show? Early in the morning, y'all want an afternoon early or evening show, so I think I'm thinking times. I'm thinking 6 in the morning West Coast, which would be 9 in the morning East Coast, right? So 6 Pacific time, 9 East, or this time right here, which is around 11:30 Pacific time, which is what is it? 12, 1, 2, 2:30 East Coast, right? Or my normal time, which is 4:30, which is 7:30 East Coast. All right, so I'm I'm probably going to stick with the Tuesdays that I used to do. Probably do Tuesday morning, Tuesday afternoon, or Tuesday evening, and we'll see. Man, y'all can put it in the chat now which one y'all prefer. But y'all also vote. Look for that in the community tabs. Hit the share button, hit the like button right now. Let's go ahead and get started, man. So, Bronny James, I want to stay on this topic just a little bit, and I probably will take phone calls for this topic as well because I want to kind of deep dive a little bit because of some of the things I've also seen from Kiyan Anthony at Syracuse. Kind of got me thinking, right? So I got a little bit to say about that. But the Lakers are doing really good. Bronny's getting minutes. So kudos to JJ Redick and Luka and and everybody who's contributing, including Bronny, right? So kudos to them. However, I can't, or it can't go unnoticed that Bronny still looks like baked chicken that was pulled out of the oven a little bit too soon, right? He still looks like baked chicken that's undone, pulled out of the oven a little too soon. He needs to go back in the oven. And the oven is wherever the hell a player his age supposed to be at developing, which is college. Like he should still be in college developing. This guy was a one and done, came out his freshman year. It's not quite ready. And the only reason why we're even seeing him on the floor is because his dad is orchestrating everything. Right. A lot of people are making videos saying how bad he looked and how bad he sucked and all that stuff. I've refrained away from even paying attention to what Bronny is doing and making any video saying he sucked. I don't even want to go there. Right. I don't even want to go there. But I mean, he's Transformer said clearly an unfinished product. Yes, clearly unfinished. And unfinished products are not supposed to come out of college their freshman year. Right. So excuse me. Unfinished products are not supposed to come out of college their freshman year. So let's talk about it. He got dunked on last night. But the Spurs lost. Lakers won. Bronny got dunked on. Bronny still doesn't look like he's ready to contribute for real. He's just a kid getting a lot of favors in the league, which is cool, which is fine. You know, it's not the end of the world. It's not war. It's not, it's not like entertainment is nothing that's contributing to anyone's life in a meaningful way. So I could care less. I'm not outraged by it all. Like if you want to give your kid or your son or your daughter, or you want to give them a chance and get them a favor, okay, if you can do it, do it. Not outraged at all. My only pushback is when you do one thing and then tell the public it's something else and get mad when we don't believe it. You get what I'm saying? Like I want, like, if you're gonna have your freedom to give a handout to Bronny, right, and get him in the league and get him a guaranteed contract, get a coach in there that's gonna favor him and put him on the floor. If you got the liberty to do all of that, you have to give us as spectators, you got to give us the liberty to look at it and say, oh no, that's BS. And we know it's BS, right? You got to because what's going on is they're doing what they're doing. And then the people that's calling it out, people like Ticket TV, Sports T, shout out to Sports T, myself, Format Podcast, Bruce over there, people who's calling it out, Sports and Fitness Rants, all of that, Uncommon Sense. I mean, the list goes on, right? Man, I'm missing a lot of people, but everyone that calls it out, we get LeBron and Bronny fans coming and telling us that we shouldn't call it out. Like, I think that's really unfair. Like, you got to give us the liberty to do the same thing that they're doing. They're doing what they want to do. Let us call it out. We don't have to believe it. Like, the fairy tale of, oh man, this father-son, this King Gifford thing and all this stuff. We didn't believe that fairy tale. Like, we didn't believe it, nor were we entertained by it, nor did we like it. And that's our business and that's our prerogative. We should be free to say, nah, I don't like that. I think that's fake. Like it's really fake, right? And we should be okay to call it out. No problem, right? No, and anybody who want to give pushback, that's fine. You can give pushback, but don't tell us we're wrong for not liking it. Like, it didn't tickle my fancy. Like, I didn't shed a tear when I seen them on the floor sharing the floor together. The storyline doesn't resonate with me. It doesn't hit home. You get what I'm saying? It just don't. And it don't for a lot of people, but a lot of people are lying because they're fans of LeBron James. So that's what I wanted to say first before I get to Kendrick Perkins. Kendrick Perkins, he was on the podcast with Zach Randolph and Tony Allen. And he kind of talked about his time at ESPN and how he lost friends based on being honest on ESPN and saying certain things. And then he kind of got into the Bronny James part and kind of backtracked to when he felt like he shouldn't have been an All-American when he was in high school.
it like you gotta call the game. Like it ain't.
You gotta do his
You
job.
feel what I'm saying? So it's kind of a hard position for you to be in, bro. And I ain't gonna laugh up the way you've been doing it, fool. I ain't gonna
Salute
lie.
you,
I
man.
love it, bro. I really do.
I mean, I
motivating us, bro.
I lost some friends.
I know,
some
we-
real shit. I lost
I read the media.
Russ, KD, Braun. Like I had to speak on the shit though. You know what I'm saying? And it be hard situations, bro. Like we talked about the McDonald's game, and like Braun got mad at me because we was talking about Bronny. You know what I'm saying? About the draft. I really didn't want to touch on it because I'm like, bro, first of all, we shouldn't be talking about the 55th pick. Like, I get it, it's his son, but then we get to diving into it, and then next thing you know, sometimes you get that microphone in front of you or that, you know what I'm saying? It's like, now I got to go all the way there. It's like, man, look, man, we know what it is, man. It been that way. You know, Bronny wasn't supposed to be a McDonald's All-American. You know what I'm saying? I say this, but it's real because in the history of it, we don't know too many people that average 14 points that's a Mickey D's All-American. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? I don't even believe he made All-State in California. I'm not trying to shit on him. I'm keeping it real.
If you speak in basketball history, on the come up of things, you gonna speak on that.
But on the flip
side
of it, I got a little kid that was in Bronny class that was ranked above Bronny from my hometown in Beaumont named Wesley Yates. You know what I'm saying? He was averaging 30. And as soon as he got a month away to get nominated, Bronny jumped him, but this man averaging 30. He been ranked above him this entire time. I got my whole town mad at me because I ain't speak on that shit. You know what I'm saying? So it be those situations, man. But I done got to the space of, to be honest, I gotta call it like I see it. If you fuck with me, you know, and half of the time I'm saying shit, the same shit I'm saying on TV. I said it in the
motherfucking face. That's one thing. Yeah. I'm he lead. We don't care. We just ugly. That's my man. He gonna tell you right. That way he's doing a pick and roll. I come up. He say All
right. So he said some things that kind of caught my attention. One, he said that, you know, this is his second time kind of doubling down on that. I don't think Bronny should have been McDonald's All-American. We don't know too many All-Americans that play in the McDonald's game averaging 14 points a game. Like, we don't know that many. Like, how you get All-American averaging 14? Furthermore, how are you behind so many people on the ranking, right? Up until like a month before they announced the McDonald's All-American, and all of a sudden you jumped all of those guys and nothing changed in your game or your stats. Like, imagine averaging 30 and a guy averaging 14, and you've been ahead of him since 9th grade, probably 8th grade. And then all of a sudden, a month before they announced the All-Americans, now, mind you, this guy that was averaging 30, there's probably 8 guys between him and Bronny. Imagine Bronny jumping all of those guys to being above the guy that's averaging 30, but he's still averaging 14, and then they select him for McDonald's All-American. Imagine that. And the second thing Kendrick Perkins said is that this guy that was averaging 30 was from his hometown, and he still get flack. You know what I mean? When they say the street said Kendrick can't go back home, he said he's still getting flack when he go back home. People telling him, you didn't even speak. You got a platform. You're on ESPN, and you did not speak about this dude getting snubbed for McDonald's All-American for a guy like Bronny James because of who his dad is. You didn't speak on it. This is the first time we heard Kendrick talk about that. You get what I'm saying? First time I heard it. And he's saying, dog, man, I'm still getting hell when I go back to the crib because I didn't speak on that. This is a guy from my hometown. I'm supposed to be looking out for him. And I'm trying to think about how that feel. And I'm thinking about my hometown, and I'm thinking about people that still know me at my hometown. And imagine if I was on ESPN and somebody got snubbed. Now, my hometown, not that huge. So like even right now, it's people that I grew up with that's a little bit older than me or same age as me. They got kids in high school. Like, you know, I got a guy that goes to my high school who they won a championship. They won a state championship, and he got player of the year Did he get player of the year? I think he got player of the year. And his dad grew up across the street from me. Like we grew up like family. I haven't seen him in years, but if I see him, I already know what it's gonna be. Now imagine if I was on ESPN and this kid was deserving of some type of accolade or some type of recognition like Matt Dunner's All-American, and it looked like he's gonna get it. All years he played high school, it looked like he's gonna get it, and then all of a sudden, some famous athlete's son jumps him just before the announcement come out, and I stay quiet about it on ESPN. And imagine the dad that grew up across the street from me saying like, dude, you the only voice that we could have, and you didn't say nothing. You get what I'm saying? This dude dad is a billionaire. He don't need this as much as my son needed. You know what my son could have done? Like I've seen people go to the McDonald's All-American game committed to a school. Like J.R. Smith was committed. Now J.R. Smith was like that though, but he was committed to Carolina, I think. And his performance in the McDonald's All-American game was so good, and it got the eye of so many different people that after the game he decided to go pro, and he did. Same thing with Charlie Villanueva, Charlie V. His stock rose after and he played in the game with LeBron, and he outperformed almost everybody that was on the floor. Charlie V was killing. What did he end up going? I think he ended up going to UConn, but he was a one and done. And his stock rose in the McDonald's All-American game. Jonathan Bender, he was going to college until he went and exploded in the McDonald's All-American game, and then he decided to go pro from there. Right? So it's a lot of people who can go in that game, and it's so many scouts and it's so many people watching you, so many eyes on you. That's an opportunity for you to really put your name on the hat, especially if you're coming from a small school like, this kid that Kendrick Perkins talking about. He didn't get the opportunity to go to a school like Bronny did. I mean, Bronny's school got a documentary on Netflix. You get what I'm saying? They got a lot of people. Like, you got to be elite to even get to that school. So before he got McDonald's All-American given to him, he got that position for that school kind of given to him. But we was cool with that because like we wanted to see Wade's son and LeBron's son too. And we didn't feel like nobody was getting hoes because of them. It ain't like they brought him over here and was like, hey, Amari Bailey, you can't start. We go start Bronny. That's not what they did. Bronny still had to kind of earn it even at that school. And that was the first indication of that he might not be as good as that we want him to be. We wanted him to be a prodigy. Like, we wanted that story. It just didn't pan out that way. It's not that way. When we want it one way, but it's not that way. Right? So I'm glad that Kendrick mentioned that stuff. I'm glad that he brought that up. I think that's really important. And like I said, Bronny's still not quite as ready as we want him to be. Right. So I say all that to say this. I was watching well, first of all, let me say this. It's really time for LeBron James to cut the umbilical cord, because right now, and man, I hope this don't come off the wrong way. I really don't want it to come off the wrong way, because it's more than one way to skin a cat. And I appreciate what LeBron is doing. Like this is coming from his heart. Like, this is coming from his heart. This is his son. Right. So it's more than one way to skin a cat to do things. Right. Some people need more hand holding than others. Some people approaches is more micromanaged and some people approaches more hands off. Like, it's if it works, it works. Right. And I gotta give LeBron 5 out of 5 stars for how he's been a father to his son. Like, I got to give him 5 out of 5 stars for that. Right. But the way he's doing it, let's not use the word wrong. It's not the wrong way. Right. However, we can acknowledge that the way he's doing it, there is some collateral damage that comes with it. And that's the attention that he's putting on his son. And, and that's the part you can't Like you can't account for that, and you can't get mad when that attention comes. Like you can't put the spotlight on him, and the spotlight is not that deserving, and then complain when people critique him honestly, right? Like they do every other player. Like you can't do that. So LeBron got to be okay with that, which is unfortunate because all he's doing is trying to do the best for his son. And if his son didn't need this much help, then probably Bron wouldn't give it to him. If Bron could take his hands off and his son could have made it to the league just on his own merit, then I'm pretty sure LeBron would have done that. But I don't think Bronny would have got it to the league that way. Right? We see Sharif O'Neal, his dad's name, that's not getting him nowhere. He's trying to get there on his own merit. Right. So I'm pretty sure Shaq can call some favors in the Lakers organization. Probably not now that the team is been sold, but when Genie was there, probably so. He probably could have called in some favors, possibly. Could he have done it with Miami? Maybe not. Pat Riley might not play like that, but I don't know. Orlando, maybe they retired this jersey. All of that stuff. Maybe Orlando give him a favor, but nonetheless, he ain't in the league. And there's so many examples of that. I've seen Steph Curry organization with the Warriors give Seth 2 opportunities. Like when Seth first went undrafted, I think the first team that invited him to camp was the Warriors. And he made the Summer League team. I think he played Summer League, but then he didn't get a roster spot. He got cut after that. And then just this season, they gave him another shot. Seth Curry was on the Warriors roster again. He made the roster. I think they played the whole preseason. And when they cut the roster down, Seth Curry was one of the cuts. Now, could Steph, as much pull as he got with the Warriors, could he go in there and say, nah, my brother gets a contract like Giannis is doing? Yes, Seth could be on that roster if Steph wanted him on that roster like that bad. He could do that, but Steph is not. He probably not even asking Steph to do that, and Steph is not doing it. Right, so I mean that's a respectful way as well. Hey, you got to get it on your own because I want you to feel what it feel like when you get it on your own. It's not gonna feel the same when I give it to you. If I give it to you. So, the umbilical cord needs to be cut. Man, he's still treating him like a baby, and everything that he's gotten is because LeBron got him under his bosom and got that cord still connected to him like a baby. He still got that umbilical cord connected to him. Right? I got you in this school. I don't know about the college situation, but I got you McDonald's All-American. I got you drafted. I got you a guaranteed contract. I got you a coach who believes in you enough to play you. And I'm getting you minutes on the best organization in the NBA, the Los Angeles Lakers. I mean, what more? I got you a shoe contract. Like, I got you all the notoriety. I got you media members around that's going to lie for you the way they lie for me. Right. All of these things. Yeah. Shout out to Dreamers Pro and basketball show as well. Thanks, Anthony Jones. Yeah, I forgot about them too. Yeah. But yeah, so he won't cut the umbilical cord, and he needs to cut it and just say, look, man, you got to go do it on your own. He's standing around in the league to make sure Bronny gets what he want him to get. That's one of the main reasons why he ain't leaving yet. Like I gotta stick around because as long as I stick around with power, my son can get whatever he wants. I got to use my leverage, right? He got to be on a team that I'm on with the coach that I handpick so we can make sure he gets what he needs to get. If I leave LA, I can't dictate nothing. If Bronny leaves LA and he's not on my squad, I can't dictate nothing. The umbilical cord is not cut. It's still very well connected, right? And I just wanted to lay that foundation before I got to the Kiyan Anthony piece of it and how they're doing it a little bit different. It's a hands-off approach. Melo is not sticking around the league to make sure that he can help Kiyan get the pull that he wants and all that stuff. Melo didn't stay in the league to kind of wait for Kiyan so he can kind of share that spotlight with him and say, hey, man, this is a father-son thing. And now he didn't do that. he retired and was like, yeah, I got probably 2 more years of my son's high school career, and I want to make the most of it. I'm gonna go ahead and retire instead of me chasing this ring that I've been wanting my whole life and my whole career. I'm not gonna chase it. I'm gonna retire. I'm gonna give my son the best opportunity to develop his game. Develop, right? And that's what it was all about, man. And putting the right things in him mentally, emotionally, spiritually, and physically with his game as well, right? And it's been paying dividends. He goes to Syracuse. On the contrast, Kiyan didn't even make McDonald's All-American, and in a place like New York, for you to get, I think he was like player of the year in New York. And in a place like New York, for you to be averaging what he was averaging as a senior, I think I should have Googled this, but I think they did very well that season. I don't know if they won anything, but they did very well that season. He averaged a lot, and I want to say he got player of the year in New York, and everyone was shocked, like, how is it possible that a player of the year in New York don't make McDonald's All-American? When has that ever happened? Let me see. Yeah, somebody fact check me and see what credentials Kiyan Anthony had his senior season. I don't know if he got played. Did he get player of the year? Kiyan Anthony was named most valuable player of the Throne National High School Basketball Tournament in 2025. He was also named the #1 ranked high school player. And okay, so he wasn't player of the year. He was named the #1 ranked high school player in New York State for the class of 2025. The #1 player in New York didn't make McDonald's All-American. Let that sink in, y'all. The #1 player in the state of New York did not make McDonald's All-American. And Melo was shocked, like, what the hell? And they just got to eat it. So all these hang-ups that Kiyan is getting, he's getting doors shut in his face, left and right. Melo don't have the type of pull that LeBron has. So most of the hang-ups that he's getting, he just got to eat it. Like, I mean, people didn't like me like that for real. And my son is not going to get no favors. So everything you get, you got to earn it. You got to earn everything. #1 player in New York didn't make daggone McDonald's All-American. So you got Kiyan not making McDonald's All-American. Then he going to Syracuse as a freshman. Don't look like he's one and done. He's not even starting on Syracuse. Played a couple of exhibitions. His first game at home, I think, in Syracuse. 15 points, 5 rebounds, something like that. Really good game off the bench. Looked very good. They interviewed him after the game. That's what he said.
Just confidence. I mean, I know the work I put in. I know mid-range is kind of the lost art, but my dad always preached to me, mid-range is the easiest way to score. So I try to get in there today, use my body, and the mid-range shot fell, and I work on that every day. So even if I missed it, I wouldn't consider it a bad shot. Credit to my dad, of course. That was his shot. He passed it down on to me. We work on that almost every day in the gym. I work on that in practice. So I shot that I felt confident it was going in.
So he had a really good game, 15 points. It was good. He was talking about the mid-range. He was like, yeah, I shoot that. Me and my dad practice it all the time. My dad taught me exactly what the importance of the mid-range. And I know it's a lost art, but we used it. In the Anthony family, we use the mid-range, so I'm going to use it. The dude got so much to his game, man. I mean, he's blessed for real. And to not be given nothing and have to earn everything, that's what gives you that chip on your shoulder. He got chips that Bronny don't have. One of the chips he got is, oh, really? I did this well, but y'all didn't pick me for McDonald's All-American. Got you. All right. No matter how well I do, nobody's talking about me, but y'all talking about every other kid that's they got a famous dad. All right, got you. Just keep adding up all the chips on his shoulders. Bronny don't have a chip that he can go to. And if he do have any adversity, he knows that he's got Gil's Arena, He's got Richard Jefferson. He's got Bron. He's got Clutch Sports. He's got Rich Paul. He's got everybody that loves LeBron. All of these people, like, it don't matter how bad Bronny plays. He don't have to take that home and be like, oh, man, this is going to motivate me, because he's got so many people that's going to go out there in the media and explain why there's nothing wrong with it and fight for him. He's got everybody to go do his fighting for him with words and manipulation. And nobody, if he doesn't look good, he's still going to get the spot. You get what I'm saying? Like, man, it don't matter how bad I am. Like, I'm gonna go buy this suit for the draft because I know I'm getting drafted. He didn't even have to feel like, man, I don't know what's gonna happen. He already knew what was gonna happen. He didn't have. You get what I'm saying? Like, imagine, like, people that have that type of thought process going into the draft, or like the number one picks, like Iverson, like Philly already told me I'm going number one. They told me they taking me when I worked out for them. Imagine going to a workout and getting worked out by almost every point guard in that workout, but you already know the Lakers taking you. So the number one pick, probably the number two pick, probably number three pick, and Bronny were the only handful of people that was just like, man, I'm not even sweating, dog. You know what I'm saying? Hey, I'm not even sweating. I'm out here, dog. I know I'm getting picked, and I know what number I'm going. It was only a handful of people that know exactly where they're going in the draft. That's not nervous. Bronny wasn't even nervous. He was like, shit, I ain't even embarrassed. Like most people be like, man, I don't know if I'm gonna get drafted, so I'm not going. I was invited, but I'm not going. I'll watch it from the crib. You can bring the camera crew here. I'll watch it from the crib. Nah. Bronny knew he was getting drafted. Right? I don't even know if Bronny went to the draft. He probably watched it from the crib. I don't know. I can't. If I remember, I know the cameras was on him a lot, and I think ESPN normally didn't televise. Was it the second round? They normally didn't televise the second round. They televised it because they knew Bronny was going. Like, bro, like, imagine that, dog. Imagine that the NBA is your kingdom that you didn't earn. You inherited it, right? While everybody else working for it, but the way they tell the story is like you work for it. Like you didn't inherit. You inherited something that you didn't earn. But then the storytellers is like, oh, he did all the hard work in the world to get this, and he worked harder than everybody. And they tell you this story, and then some people just like, nah, I was there. I'm not believing it. You might get somebody 25 years down the line to believe that. Like, it's somebody that ain't born yet that might believe that Bronny earned it and worked for it. But the people who witnessed it, like, you can't get us to, like, come on, you can't fool us. I was born at night, not last night. So I'm not going to believe it. And they get mad at the people that's like, nah, that's not how it went down. I'm not, you can't sell me that story. You can't sell me that one, right? Then Carmelo was at work the first game. No, that's how you see the difference, that the umbilical cord is cut. Like, everything I taught you, go out and do it now. And then you can come back for knowledge if you need it. But you got to go out and be your own and do your own. Carmelo wasn't even at the Syracuse home game, his first home game, to watch his son. He was out working. That's how far the umbilical cord has been cut, and he's letting his son go out and do his own thing. He's not overbearing. And I'm not saying that's the right way or the wrong way, and I'm not saying what Bronny and LeBron is doing is wrong. I'm just saying it's different, right? So you get to look at the different ways to do it, and then you get to look at the fallout from it. The fallout from Kiyan Anthony is, since Melo is detached and he's not trying to orchestrate everything, he's missing out on stuff like Matt on the All-American, notoriety, ESPN stories, right? They're not talking about him that much. He's missing out on those things because Melo is not forcing it and handing him things. He's making him earn it. But the good thing is, by the time he gets to the league, he's going to be more ready for it because he earned everything. And on the other side, Bronny is getting all those things. He is getting a USC nod. He is getting a McDonald's All-American nod. He is getting all the attention in the media. He got a dunk a week ago, top story on ESPN for one dunk, a putback. right? So they're just waiting for something so they can talk about it, right? It's so many people in place ready to push Bronny out there. If he does something, if Bronny would have done what Kiyan did the other night, we'll still be talking about it, right? So you get all the talk, you get a media machine behind you, you get Nike behind you, get all this stuff, you get a free spot on the Lakers, you get a guaranteed contract on the Lakers, you get drafted when you shouldn't have got drafted, you get McDonald's All-American, you get all these things, but the product of you as a player suffers, and you also get critics because people don't like to be forced and to believe something, don't like to be lied to. So Melo was working for NBC during that game, and they watched the entire game in the studio. And then when they was watching the highlights, he was reacting to the highlights of Kiyan while they was in studio with Jamal Crawford, Maria Taylor, and Vince Carter.
Patient, get there. Okay, I'll take the bump, stay down. We work on that, though. We work on that.
We know you do.
Now we get this, catching rip and go. One leg, he stopped me. I got that, too. All of this stuff we work on. You know what I mean? As you can see, I'm just a proud dad.
You are.
Back.
I love it.
Doing what we do. We enjoying the game, having some fun. And I can go to the rack, get to the left hand. I can switch hands if I want to. But most importantly for me, defense tonight.
Yeah.
He was picking up full court. He was, now we can pass balls, though. Hey. You know what I'm saying? And we can move, and we move without the ball. And we move without the ball. Okay, well, let me see where we at. Throw it up top. Hey.
He had more assists than you in the college debut.
I had one assist, 2 assists.
Okay. He was passing the basket.
You on a different mission.
Yeah.
I had to really go get to it.
Yeah, you was
catch. I like that, man. You know, patience. We teach patience.
Playing the right way.
He's developing, man. I just love to see him develop.
For sure.
This is his first game, 15 points, 6 for 10, 3 rebounds, 3 assists. Off the bench.
Yeah.
Right? So let's talk about efficiency. This is what we want to see. If they bring you off the bench, go out here and do this and bring something else to your team. I'm proud of you, champ. I wish I could have been there, but I'm here. We were talking about the Brooklyn.
Hey, he was there.
He watched every second.
He watched every second.
By the time the NBA season's over, we're all going to be able to call a Syracuse basketball game. I'm going to know everybody on the team. I'm going to be locked in. Yeah, I'm going to have all the gears. Okay, so Dad was proud. I want to hear from Kiyan Anthony after the game.
Oh,
what
we got
he
an
had
interview?
to say. Yeah, we do.
Come on now.
I know that your dad, Melo, wasn't here tonight doing his TV job. What do you expect to see on your phone when he texts you after this game?
No, yeah, I totally understand. You know, job, he gotta be on NBC. So, you know, he watching right now. I know he's seeing through the camera, and I appreciate him for watching. I'll see him soon. And, it's no worries. He'll be at the next one.
You already know, champ.
Yeah.
What's understood don't need to be spoken on, man.
And Melo's already prepared him for everything to come. So that's what's really dope.
Well, we develop, Ma. You going through this right now with JJ, man. We develop. You going through this with your kids.
Yeah.
You about to go through this.
I'm ready.
It's about development.
I'm already trying to figure out who won them.
Playing the long game.
Everybody got it. Playing the long game, man. We just want to have fun and enjoy college.
Yeah.
Man, this first night in college, man. College basketball. We love it.
Yeah, my favorite thing is sitting in here and Melo's like, we're playing team ball, we're making good plays. Like,
Don't
even
it sound like a pro talking?
Good.
It sounds like a real pro talking.
You know what I'm saying?
And everything he's put into his son. Like,
We're seeing it.
See, you don't have to be forced to like that. Like, you don't have to be forced to like that. You know what I mean? Like, that already is genuinely like, dang, man, you get the. That's dope. That's a doper story. And it's a real, genuine, true story. Right? ESPN won't touch that. Melo is just not a darling person that they want to market like that. And that story of him and Kiyan, they don't want to market that. But that's a beautiful thing. Right. And I don't want them to market it because I don't want Kiyan to get no attention because he's been performing so well without the attention. Right. And it's going to pay dividends later on when he gets to the league. If you haven't sat back and watched him play, the player that we all expected Imani Bates to be coming out of Michigan, and Imani Bates is a bad boy. He is a bad boy. Imani can go. He just got started. He got off on the wrong foot at Memphis. Right, he was playing at Memphis. He had Jalen Durant there. He had Jonathan Wiseman. you know, and a upperclassman. You know, he had a lot of people ahead of him, and we expected Imani to be something. He wasn't that. Had to transfer to a smaller school, and he balled out there. He got drafted, but he still haven't got his shot in the league yet. Last I checked, he was on Cleveland, the Cavalier roster, right? I want to see Imani Bates, but we get to see Kiyan develop and into whatever he's going to develop in, and it's a beautiful thing to watch, and it's not being forced on us. By the time we see the finished product, I think we're going to see a very good, complete basketball player with the right mentality. He's going to have the right stuff up here with enough chips on his shoulders to fill up a Pringles can. So the player that we expected Kiyan Anthony, or the player we expected Imani Bates to be, is what Kiyan Anthony is. And the player that all LeBron James fans wish Bronny and Bryce was is the player that Kiyan Anthony is. Right. And with that, I open the phone lines up. Let's get some phone calls in here. Phone number is scrolling on the bottom of the screen, 442-288-9352. Call in. Let's hear y'all thoughts on the Bronny James part of it, you know, with Kendrick Perkins saying that he was given that McDonald's All-American. And also the Kiyan Anthony contrast of it, of the difference on how he's been prepared versus how Bronny's been prepared. Caller from Jacksonville, can you hear me?
Caller from Jacksonville is none other than the one and only Transformer from the Format Podcast, bro. How you doing, man?
I'm good, bro. How you doing? Hey, y'all put in one in the chat if y'all can hear him. Make sure he's good. Go ahead, Transformer.
Hey, man. First of all, I just want to say great show, man. I love that you're hitting us with the afternoon loveness on the show, man. Once again, I appreciate you for holding it down for me last night on our show. You guys did one hell of a job. And of course, man, you showed out as always, bro. We're still waiting to hear what the senior is about, so we're gonna get offline and talk about that a little later.
All right, man.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, you got to remind me on that one.
Yes, sir.
It's a funny story though.
I got you, man. Yeah, you got my number now. We got all about it offline.
All right,
but no, man. As far as Bronny, right? As far as Bronny, it's sad for him, right, that he has to deal with all this because of. First of all, we know who his father is. I mean, you got to be born under a rock, under some lava, and under that rock that's under the lava to not know who the hell his father is, right?
Right.
The attention and the spotlight, that's the critique that we get for Bronny, right? Because honestly, if Bronny wasn't LeBron's son, we wouldn't know a damn thing about Bronny. It would just be another guy who was drafted number 55, and we'll just be like, okay, just a slow cooker. We'll see what we got. But the thing is, we don't know what we have at all. Like, we didn't see anything in college, right? He only averaged 4 points in college. And then he had the heart problem that caused him to miss, pretty much a bulk of the season. So when we pick up Bronny, you don't know what you have. You don't know what you got, right? So, but he's still getting all of this attention and all of this spotlight. So it's fair to criticize, first of all, a grown-ass man, a professional basketball player who's currently playing the game. Like, we can't look at it as, we got to lay off Bronny. It's always confusing to say. Lay off Bronny because, he's Bron's son. No, he's fair game now. You in a pool full of sharks, and yes, you're going to get hunted. Yes, you're going to get challenged, and yes, you're going to get critiqued on everything that we see from you on the floor. And right now, we're not seeing what his father saw when he made the statement that, hey, he's better than half these cats in the league. We're not seeing it.
No.
So, of course, it's fair for, the Kendrick Perkinsons, the Skip Baylesses, and everybody else to have those type of conversations because, one, he's a professional athlete, all right? Two, we're not seeing what you saw. You made these statements, right? We didn't force those words into Bron's mouth when you said that, right? But we're wanting to see what you saw, as a player and as a developer. What I heard from Melo on that show, he broke it down for us. He broke his own son's games down, right? I'm not hearing that from Bron. So if Bronny has something to fix, well, one, we're not hearing it from you. So what are we to say about this man's development when you can't even say, you know, what's wrong, or why is he having such a slow start? Why is he in his second year? And some folks are seeing, you know, regression, or some people are seeing the same Bronny that we saw last year. You know what I mean? Like, where are we getting that from LeBron? So that's pretty much my piece.
So do you think? So I mean, now that's tough because I don't see a lot of people critique their own kinfolk now. So I almost don't even expect that from LeBron. You get what I'm saying? I wouldn't expect that from LeBron. The only thing I would expect from LeBron is if you're not going to critique Bronny, then you can't critique none of your Lakers teammates, right?
Exactly.
And he has said, you know, let things slip out about his Laker teammates on his podcast that he shouldn't have. And, you know, so I would point that out then and be like, dude, you can't do this for this teammate if you're not going to do it for Bronny. But I wouldn't expect for him to critique either of them, because I mean, ain't no way in the world he gonna come on there and put his own son on the film and say he should have cut right here or something like come on, man. Like Savannah would be having him sleep on you know, in the west wing. No, not the couch. Nah, he a billionaire. The west wing of the house.
Of the state. Got it. But yeah, to your point, I mean, if he's able to, like you say, if he's able to critique the Lakers, and that's what he's doing now, because I mean, reports came out last week that he's with JJ Redick, he's with the coaching staff to, you know, see, you know, what better way the players can play on the court, right?
Yeah.
Bronny is a player on the court last time I checked, wasn't he?
Correct.
Right. So Correct. I mean, why not? You know what I mean? Why can't you put out? I mean, that's your son. Your son is getting all of this attention. Your son is getting all of this spotlight. Sir, we want to hear about what you think of Sir Bronny, right? The guaranteed contract, 4-year contract signing, Laker, that we all want to know about, because clearly you saw something that we as fans and as spectators and as content creators, we are not seeing that yet. So what did you see 2 years ago that we don't see? Obviously we're not seeing it.
What you think he saw?
What I think he saw?
Yeah.
His son. I don't think he saw a basketball player yet. I think he saw his son. I mean, fair is fair, right? Fair is fair. I mean, we didn't see anything in college, and we're not seeing anything in the NBA. So that's 3 years, coming up on 3 years of stuff that you saw that we are not seeing. So, Bron, what are we seeing? What did you see?
What's your projection?
What did you see? Where can we go as far as developing this young kid who's getting, you know, slandered across all types of media platforms? What can you see? What do you see that will help this kid get better? That's my thing.
Transformer, what's your honest projection? Give me, okay, let's say LeBron retires next year, right?
Oh, so, get him off the Lakers. And I'm not saying that as a fan. I'm a diehard Laker fan, and I'm not saying that he doesn't belong there. Get him to where the spotlight dwindles. Like if he goes to a freaking, give me Charlotte or no, Melo's over there. There's a little bit of spotlight, but like a small market team, right? And let him not be in the cameras as much as the cameras and the spotlight is not only big because of LeBron, but it's big because it's the freaking Lakers. We're the biggest known franchise in NBA history. You know, you could freaking blow your nose wrong on the sideline. It's a media topic the next day, right? We get that attention off of him and let him slowly progress into his own player, right? Give him a situation to where the Lakers are trying to compete for playoffs and title contention. There's no room for Bronny right now. There's no room, right? There's no room to watch him grow or criticize him to become the championship piece that we need on the 15-man roster right now. So I think, in my honest opinion, if LeBron does leave, I can see us possibly, you know, trading him or sending him somewhere to where he can develop. Honestly, I think he should have stayed in the G League, right? If we're seeing what we're seeing now on the NBA floor, eventually you're not going to get no minutes anyway to be able to develop the way we want you to develop, right? Ain't the G League the development league?
Yeah.
Is that what that's what that's for, right? So I say, you know, put him back in the G League, let him develop, let him slow cook to what we think he can be, because I think he can be a possible 6-man on somebody's roster, right? He's not the size factor, the skills factor. If he hones in his skills, he could be a Marcus Smart type player, like just savvy defender, can knock down the occasional three, get you a couple of buckets here and there, be a good spark off the bench. Right now, that's my ceiling for his trajectory. I don't see him being a full-time starter because guess what? I'm not even seeing the six-man quality right now.
Jeez.
Right? So how am I supposed to be able to see the six-man quality if I'm not seeing the production that I need to see in Bronny right now? And mind you, I'm a Laker fan, and I do support LeBron, and I'm not one of the LeBron haters or nothing like that. LeBron's on my team. I'm gonna support Bron. You know what I mean? Go Bron. You know, when he succeeds, I succeed because I get to smile. You know what I mean? But the truth be told, you know, we're not talking about LeBron. We're talking about LeBron James Jr., right? So I do want to see the kid succeed. And I think in order for him to be successful, the spotlight's going to have to dwindle. The spotlight's going to have to dwindle. Now, what's popping all over my phone is that he got dunked on by somebody who was 1.5 feet taller than him. You know what I mean? So it's like, damn, you know what I mean? The Lakers won the game last time. I checked, Luka put him in the blender. But
that's people we give them pushback because they don't like being forced to have to watch this kid. You know what I mean? Like, you know, some people some people just don't like to be pushed or forced to do something. And, you know, it seems like, you know, ESPN and the Lakers got our eyes open like this and was like, watch Bronny James. Like, you know, people don't want to be forced to do that. And this is their way of pushing back because every time they see that he doesn't belong out there, they're going to point it out. And I don't even think he got dunked on that bad. This is just another opportunity to say, we're pushing back on this and y'all can't force us to like it. But last thing I want to ask you though.
Yeah.
Well, you know, he frowned upon the G League his first year. Like LeBron was like, no, not LeBron, but you know, it probably came from LeBron, but Rich Paul was like, he's not going to the G League. Like he's not signing a two-way contract. He's not doing that. And then when he was playing with the G League team, that was like, well, we lost that battle, but he's not doing road games. Right. And they don't want the kid to develop. Right. So they've already frowned upon the G League. Now he's above that. Like his dad is the king, he's the prince and the heir apparent. Right. So
that's what's wrong.
Yeah, that's what it is.
That's the problem.
Yeah, my son works.
That's a huge problem.
Yes, that's what it is. King Joffrey Joe.
That's a huge problem, Mel. That's a huge problem. How can I better develop somebody if you're taking away the development tools? That's what the G League is for, right? If the kid's clearly not ready, he's not better than 15 players that's on that Lakers roster.
Right.
He's not.
But Transformer, their explanation when everybody gave pushback for that, because everyone was saying the same thing, and they said, what better way for him to develop than being on the team that's more competitive with his father by his side?
I'm sorry. Last time I checked, Bronny was a grown ass man. Well, he got to be with his daddy now. Like, daddy needs to be there.
That's what they said on Gil's Arena. That's the pushback. That was like, man, why go to the G League when you can develop beside the greatest player of all time on the greatest franchise of all time with a competitive roster?
Where's LeBron right
now? Just not getting cleared for on-court activities.
Okay, so not on the court, right?
Correct.
So what again, where's this development coming from? Because daddy ain't there.
I don't know.
Daddy ain't traveling on the road. He's not on this 5-game road trip. So I'm trying to figure this out. Like, what are we talking about? Okay, so you need daddy to be there.
That's what they said.
He's not okay. First of all, needing daddy there is absolutely crazy. Like if you need daddy there for you to be successful, I'm sorry, Bronny, stick to video games. Stick to video games, stick to podcasting, what's it called? Twitch.
Yeah.
Go on Twitch and build you an account on there. Because, buddy, daddy ain't in the league for much longer than probably another year or two.
Yeah.
And by all means, that is not how you want to develop, bro. That is not how you want to develop. If I'm Bronny, I would have had to tell daddy, be like, yo, dad, chill the fuck. I mean, I'm sorry, I don't want to curse on your platform. Chill out. Let me develop. If this is something I want to do, yo, let me cook over here so I can better fit what the Lakers need right now. It's not about what the Lakers need in 2 to 3 years. It's about what the Lakers need right now. We have Luka Doncic, and we got Austin Reeves, who are balling out of control. I believe we're 7-2. I think we're 7-2.
Yeah.
We're 7-2. Playing good right now. Playing
Yep.
great basketball. Right now, I'm hindering my team more than I'm helping my team. I can't build and develop here right now. Put me in a place to where I can put film on tape. I can put some film out there to show my strengths and weaknesses. That is the biggest problem about Bronny that we never got to see. We never got to see his strengths nor his real weaknesses. We never saw him play 20 plus minutes in repetitive games, back to backs, road games, home games. We never saw that. So we're expecting what LeBron said to be true, but we're not giving that kid the opportunity to develop to what we want to see. What he projected us to see, right?
Yeah.
LeBron, your lens from your glasses is not the same as mine. Because right now, what I see is not even close to what you said. It's not what you not what you saw. It's what you told us. You told us he's better than half these cats. So right now, in year 2, I need to be seeing 8, 9, 10 points a game. I need to be seeing a steal, 2, 3 assists. That's year number 2.
Yeah, and we're not seeing that. That's crazy. And bro, Nick Smith Jr., who was on the end of the Hornets bench,
balling.
He got in and dropped 25, and he can't. He probably still can't get the minutes that Bronny getting.
Balled out, sir.
Yeah, man. I've been waiting for Nick Smith Jr. ever since he got drafted. He got drafted injured, so he missed his whole rookie season, and then his minutes was like, in and out his second year. But they got too many pieces that's like him in Charlotte because Trey Mann and Nick Smith Jr. both can fill it up, and they both got like
absolutely.
They both can do. So the Charlotte had a decision to make, man. We go keep Trey Mann or we go keep Nick Smith. So they had to let Nick Smith go, and now they got, they got guards galore. But all right, man, I held you too long, man. I appreciate it, man. Hey, look, this Transformer from the Format Podcast. Y'all seen Bruce on here from Format Podcast a couple of times, more than a handful of times actually.
Hey, man, we ready for 4-Pound Fridays, bro.
Yeah, hey, well, we might have to invite you on next time instead of inviting Bruce on. Maybe we.
He don't want to hear that. I'm pretty sure I'm about to get a phone call. That's what we doing. That's what we doing.
Or maybe we'll have both of y'all on. We'll see, man.
All right, bro.
Yeah, all right, big dog. Thanks for the call.
Yes, sir.
Yep. All right, let's get one more, y'all. One more call. Scott said he's 21 years old, not a kid. He's an adult. Treat him like one. Going to start calling Clowney Jr. Hakeem Lion. Caller from Wisconsin. What's good?
Yes, sir. This T-Ray, man. How you feeling, brother?
I'm good, man. How you feeling?
Oh, not too bad. Not too bad, man. I will say, to kind of stay on that topic, what they doing with Bronny is criminal. I don't believe that he should be. We've seen enough of that. You know what I mean?
Right.
He's the ceiling is breached. I don't think he's going to get better. And I think it's a lot. It's more. It ain't just physically. It's a mental thing with him.
Yeah.
And he don't love the game, and you see it in his effort. So
he might love the game, but he's neutered. Like he's been neutered by the way LeBron and Clutch Sports has went about this. Like you can, like everyone knows that you get what I'm saying? Like everyone knows that you didn't earn it, and everywhere you look, everybody know it. So how you supposed to act? Like,
right. And then, like you said, like the hiding him from failure. That's the part that we all know as just playing regular basketball. You gotta fail in order for you to get back and to compete. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's gonna be your saving grace when it comes time for you to go through some adversity on the court. It's like, hey man, I've been through this before.
Correct.
But it's not gonna be peaches and cream out there. And so for them to take this kid that really should be in college still at this point and just throw him out here, and he's still in minutes from people that really should be helping the team.
Correct.
That's a problem. And I'll say this real quick and I'll let you go. For them to be able to do what they're doing with all of the behind the scenes stuff going on, that's a testament to the cohesiveness that they've put together. Now I give JJ Redick credit for that because he's letting them play ball, and I'm not a fan of his at all. But I got to give props to where they're due, and for him to be able to mesh Ayton the way he has,
yeah,
we know that if that guy comes back, that won't be the case.
Man, that's gonna suck. He's coming back soon too. He's already he's revving up. I just seen the report that he got cleared for contact. So he's feeling better, and he's probably about to start getting on the floor and playing some 1-on-1s and then 5-on-5s, and then next thing you know, he'll be ready to return to practice. So he'll be back after Thanksgiving for sure. You know what I mean? So
let me ask you this though.
Yeah.
They start to struggle. Do you look for a way out? Do you try to get him to see what kind of team he want to go to in terms of trade, or do you try to do that even beforehand?
Ooh, man. I mean, surprisingly, I like the way this team is gel. I like the way Ayton is playing. I like the bench and role players. Luka is pulling out wins. Like I critique Luka by his style of play, but when they're winning, I'm fair. And I critique you a lot less. I mentioned that I don't like the style of play, but I can't complain about it if you're winning. And right now, the Lakers are winning, so I can't clown him much about it, right? So I like what's going on with JJ Redick and the Lakers. If LeBron comes back and things get confusing, and Luka don't know when to take over, and LeBron is taking over too much, and Ayton's not getting his touches, and Reeves dropped down to 15 points a game. Like if all that stuff happened and you start losing, I think that LeBron is the caliber player that you're gonna need in the playoffs. So I wouldn't look to trade him at all, because at some point Luka ain't gonna be enough in the playoffs with that play style.
That's hard. That's a hard one though, bro. Wouldn't it be better for them to go through it just to see? Because like you said, Luka, he's may not, but he's also been he's carried the team to a finals. So you want to see, and Ayton has been to a final. So it ain't like they playing with young talent as far as like 2 or 3 year players. You know, Reeves been there 6 years, so I would want to take my chances if it was me.
I mean, I guess that's one way of looking at it. But I mean, honestly, trading LeBron, I don't know what you could get in return that's going to help you in the playoffs more than LeBron would. The only thing that's going to help you with trading LeBron is getting more salary cap space.
Well, yeah, and that's kind of key though.
And you can't. I mean, it won't help you can't use that cap space until later, like this summer.
Yeah. I mean, but maybe you could get a player in the, because it's got to match, of course, the numbers. So it's I get what you're saying. Me myself, I don't want him to come back at all. They should fire. They should take him, send him to the highest bidder or whoever will take him. But I understand the dynamics of it. So yeah, that's where I'm at, bro.
Yeah, but you said something that made me think about something, right?
What's that?
what they're doing with Bronny right now is and have you ever seen someone teach their kid how to ride a bike? When you teach your kid how to ride a bike and you finally take those training wheels off, you have to accept the fact that they're gonna fall and scrape their knees, scrape their elbow a couple of times before they get really good at it. But what they learn from those falls is how to avoid them in the future, right? So whenever they wobbling and they feel like they're about to fall again, now they know how to adjust their body and adjust their weight to stay on two wheels and not fall.
Then what happens after that? The adulation you get from saying, "Hey, I made it. I can do this." Then the next trip, I'm getting on here on my own. I'm taking off going.
Exactly. And guess what? The things you learn from teaching your kid how to ride a bike, and the things your kid learn from learning how to ride a bike from you goes into everything you teach them from now on. When you teach them how to drive, all of that. So you build a trust and a rapport. All of that stuff is necessary in development. Yeah. What they're doing now is teaching Bronny how to ride a bike without letting him fall. Like they would not let him fall when it looked like he wasn't going to make McDonald's All-American. Oh, now that not my son. He's going to make it. When it looked like he wasn't going to go to no big school, oh man, pull strings, get you at USC. When it looked like he wasn't going to get drafted, oh, not on my watch. Now you drafted to the Lakers, and you get a guaranteed contract, and you get minutes on the court, and you ain't got to play in the G League the whole season. All of that stuff, like everywhere he was supposed to fall, LeBron didn't allow him to fall.
Inserted himself within the context of it.
Correct.
So that's gonna have a negative effect on on Bryce coming up as well. Because who's gonna want to deal with that?
Man,
we're already seeing what we're seeing now. Who's gonna want to deal with that? Right.
Mm-hmm.
So so that's where I'm at with it. And we'll see going forward. I got my popcorn ready.
All right, big dog, man. Appreciate the call.
Oh yeah, not a problem. Take it easy, bro.
All right, yep. I'll take one more. I think I seen somebody from Texas calling. That might have been Young Disciple. I want to get you in and hear your thoughts, Young. So you can call back. Only Young Disciple though, or that Texas number, because they called 2 or 3 times. So I'm trying to get you in. If not, we'll go on to the next topic because I got a good show for y'all. So all right, so we're not go. Okay, there go the Texas number right there. I think that's Young. I'm not sure. Caller from Texas, what's up?
Hey, what's up, man?
What's good?
Hey, you popping?
Huh?
You good, bro?
Yeah, I'm good. How you good?
No, I'm saying I'm Gucci, bro. I'm super Gucci, man. Hey, bro, appreciate you. You know what you did for me that time, bro. Hey, I super appreciate that, bro.
Hey, don't even mention it, dog. You good?
Hey, bro, with all this money, hey, that last, I want to get in on that last, like anybody who thinking that the Lakers can do anything, and I can't believe Transformer came on here with all that LeBron said he was better than half of the league. LeBron, first of all, LeBron never said that. Hey, that's my echo?
It sounds like you got something, you got YouTube on in the background, but I don't hear no echo. I can hear something in the background though.
Oh, maybe it's my TV. Let me cut that bitch down right quick.
Yeah.
But yeah, bro, anybody who's saying that the Lakers can do anything without LeBron, bro, like I'm glad you just said what you said, because that last caller, I done heard him somewhere, bro. I done doubted him. He ain't got nothing for nothing, but bro, this the Bronny thing, bro. Why you keep pitting Melo's son against Bronny, bro? Like, why you keep doing that, bro?
Because it's just a different way that they went about it. I'm not, like I said, I'm not saying one of them is right or wrong. I'm just saying it's different. It's different approaches than how you develop your son. And I prefer the approach that Melo took over the approach that LeBron took.
But Melo was out the league, though. You put it like Melo retired, nigga, to advance his son. That ain't what happened, nigga. Melo waited years, nigga, to announce his retirement. So we both know that the league didn't want Melo no more. Well, I mean, LeBron, the face of the league. Go ahead.
I do know whenever he announced his retirement, he said that he wanted to concentrate more on developing Kiyan.
Yeah, bro, but we both know that he didn't retire to do that. Is what I'm saying. His last year was with the Lakers, bro. Like after that, no other team wanted to bring Melo in. LeBron, the face of the league. Like I'm saying, we can see the disconnect. Like that ain't even good points. And Transformer saying that LeBron said that Bronny is better than half the league. LeBron never said that, bro. We had a whole live stream on there, bro. Me and you one-on-one, we had a live stream over there. LeBron never said that, bro.
No, he did say that.
No, he didn't, bro. He said Bronny was better than some of the players that he was watching on League Pass, bro.
Right.
He never said that Bronny was better than half of the league, bro. He never said that.
Not half of the league. Yeah, he said he better than these players he watching on League Pass. Correct.
Okay, bro. That's not saying that he better than half of the league, like the way y'all trying to put y'all. I don't know if y'all be rage baiting nigga or what, bro. Bro, Bronny is a 55th pick, bro. Nobody is expecting Bronny to, like, who y'all expecting Bronny to be?
Kiyan Anthony. I'm expecting him to be what Bronny said what LeBron said he was, and what the media. I expect the attention that he's getting to match what his play is.
And what's that, man, Don? Like I'm saying, bro, just because outlets boost up a dunk or something like that, bro. I'm saying, bro, that ain't got nothing to do with Bronny. That ain't got nothing to do with LeBron.
We're just saying it should match. If you're gonna force a player down our throat, he at least gotta be that. He's gotta match what you
and what that look like to you. What that look like to you?
For a rookie. There was one and done that got drafted and playing with the Lakers and skipped team activities with the G League because he was better than everybody on that G League.
When did he
team.
do that? When did he do that?
So his rookie season, this is based on everything that was going on around the Lakers organization and in the media. What I expected Bronny to be his rookie season was the best player on his G League team.
He was.
Oh, really? Okay.
So he was the best player on the G League team last year?
No.
Who was better than him?
That was 2 or 3 players better than him.
Give me their names.
I can't remember all their names, but one of them was a big man, and the other one was the shooter Olivari. But I can't remember the big man name.
Olivari was better than Bronny, bro.
Actually, it was 2 guards better than him and a big man. So it was 3 guys better than him.
So why was Bronny averaging 22, 22, 5 and 5?
That was just our first glance at those players. It's probably more players that was on that team that was better than him, that was getting less opportunity than him because of who he was.
No, bro, we talking about production, but we got to talk about production, man. We can't talk about what ifs and who's who. Y'all right now, y'all talking about production. Y'all not talking about potential, bro. Right now, y'all talking about production. Now, so let's stick on production. Oh, as far as producer-wise, who on Bronny's team was averaging 22, 5 and 5?
The first question you asked me who was better. Right, and the first question you asked me,
you're not giving me no names. You're not giving me no names.
Listen to what I'm saying. The first question you asked me was, "What did I expect based on the attention that he was getting?" I said the first thing I expected his rookie season, based on the attention that he was getting, is that he would have been the best player on his G League team. And you said who was better, and you said who was better. So the topic of discussion is, listen, the topic of discussion is who was better than him on his G League team. It was 2 guards. I only know one of their names. One of them was Olivari. The other guard I don't remember.
Olivari was better than Bronny, though.
Listen to what I'm saying. And then there was a big man.
Oh, you just saying that because I'm saying you just saying that, or you're not gonna give us nothing behind it?
Let me finish.
You have to give us some numbers behind that, bro.
Well, let me finish. And there was a big man that was better than him. So those are 3 players that I knew was better than him off observation. There might have been other players on that team better than Bronny that didn't get the minutes or the opportunity that Bronny got based on his name. So what we're talking. So hold on. This is my last piece of it. This is my last piece of it. So the reason why I worded it that way is because we're just talking about who's better, not who average more. Because obviously, if you get the opportunity and I don't, I'm not going to average more.
So we all play on the same G League team, right?
Correct.
Okay, so what did Quincy and what did they average when Bronny didn't even play?
I don't think that's relevant.
That is relevant. You saying Quincy was better than Bronny on the G League team. So I'm giving you okay. So what I'm saying is that his numbers should reflect that, right?
Not necessarily.
So who got the opportunity when Bronny wasn't even there?
Whoever was there. What you mean? You go back and look at it.
Okay, bro. So I watched all better G League games.
Oh, well, you should know
these things. So what I'm saying is,
you should know that.
No. I'm saying to you, to me, Bronny was the best player on the G League team. To you, he wasn't. So you have to produce numbers. I just produce numbers for you.
No, he wasn't. I mean, if we could just stick with Olivari and not even mention the other guys, since I don't know their names.
Olivari wasn't better. Olivari averaged 17 points a game in G League. The Bronny averaged 22, 5 and 5.
It was definitely better.
Okay, so you just saying that. If we just okay, I want to say, bro. If we just only
Olivari is still better than him. He's still better than him, though.
How who is he right now? Like right now, he's with the Lakers.
He's still better than him. If you judge it, if you judge it off basketball, he's better than him. What you mean? It's observation. It's me watching them play. What you mean?
Bro, y'all on here talking about numbers, bro. Y'all on here talking about production. Talk about the 6 assists that he had in winning time the other night. Because last year y'all was talking about he didn't do it in meaningful games.
Is this a new topic? Last year. Is this a new topic?
No.
Are we still?
Hold
on. Is this a new topic? Is this a new topic, or are we still talking about who's better than LeBron?
So, Big Bro, what are y'all saying? When y'all out here talking about Bronny, when y'all out here saying, what are y'all talking about, bro? Are y'all talking about his play, or are y'all talking about his production?
Well, what I talked about is on camera. You can rewind it. It's, you know what I'm saying? I'm live. You can go back and hear what I'm talking about, right? That's easy. Now,
I'm trying to hear you right now. Why you explaining to me right now?
Now, the questions you're asking me is totally separate. You're asking me separate questions than what I laid out in my video. Right?
So you don't care about production?
That's not what I said.
So what are you saying, man?
Dude, you gotta go. You watched the show, didn't you watched the show, didn't you?
But you're talking all over the place. But bro, you the same. Bro, address what I'm saying the same way I'm addressing what you saying. You saying that you saying that Christian Oliveira was the best player on his G League team. We all know that Bronny was the best player, bro. I'm giving you numbers. You giving me nothing. But saying that he had opportunity.
I don't think nobody would agree with that, Young Cyber. I don't think nobody think Bronny was the best player on the G League team.
That Bronny wasn't better than Christian Oliveira last year, bro.
No, I think that point has been driven home all last season that Quincy was already better than him and deserving of more opportunity than him. Like, we've all agreed to that. We all know that.
We all know that. If they're on the same G League team, bro, if they're on the same G League team, and I'm averaging 5 more points than you, bro, I'm averaging more assists than you, bro. How can you say you better than me?
So when you go back and watch this whole progression, and when you see Quincy on the G League team destroying and putting up numbers, and then you see Bronny come down, not destroying, and then all of a sudden something shifts and Bronny is getting more opportunity than a lot of other players, that changes a lot of stuff. But when you go listen. So when you go and you start to observe and watch their games and see who does what best, it's always going to be Quincy Oliveira. He's a better basketball player than Bronny. It just is what it is. But I mean, maybe that's because he's older and he had 4 years of college. I get that. That might be the reason why he's better. Maybe Bronny at his age
still didn't average more than Bronny, bro. Is what I'm saying.
Yeah, but
I'm saying, what are we going out for, bro?
Averages is it's a whole different equation of why you come out with whatever average you come out with. It doesn't mean that who's better and who's not better. Then what are you going off of? Well, you know what? Let's take your logic by it. So the better player.
No, I'm saying, what are you going off of?
I'm gonna go.
You saying that Quincy Oliveira is a better player than Bronny. I'm saying, when you say that, bro, what are you going off of? Are you going off? He has a better jump shot? Or are you going off like what are you saying that Quincy does better than Bronny?
Everything that you can grade a player on, everything you can grade a player on, Quincy is better except athleticism. But listen. I change my approach. I go off what you go off of, right? I go off what you go off. So the player that averages the most points is the better player, correct?
No, I didn't just say points. Like that's saying that, bro. You're not gonna pigeonhole me, bro. I'm talking about assists across the board.
Okay,
that's what I'm talking about.
So based on stats, that's the better player. Whoever got the most stats, right?
Man, bro, what are we talking about, bro?
I'm just asking.
What are we talking about?
The player with the most stats.
Bro, what are we talking about, bro?
The player with the most stats.
Points, rebounds, and assists than you, bro. How are you better than me?
All right, points, rebounds, and assists. So whoever averaged the most points, rebounds, and assists is the better player, correct?
Go ahead.
No, I'm just asking. Is that your logic?
Come on, bro.
Whoever averaged the most.
That's my logic in the scenario that we're talking about right now. What's your logic? That's what I'm saying.
So whoever
you giving me no logic, nigga, to go. You just telling me that Quincy is a better player because you said so.
So whoever averages the most points, rebounds, and assists is the better player, correct?
No, Bronny is a better player than Quincy, bro. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying.
I just want to hear you say whoever averages the most points, rebounds,
I'm saying that Quincy is a better player than I'm saying that Bronny last year. Bronny was a better player than Quincy, bro.
Okay.
That's what I'm saying.
And you said he's a better player because he averaged more points, rebounds, and assists, right?
I'm saying, look, Bronny James is a better player than Quincy, bro. That's what I'm saying.
Why?
You're not gonna get me to say what you want me to say, bro.
I'm just trying to clarify.
I seen him play.
You can say yes or no.
Bro, I seen him play. You're telling me nothing.
You can say
when
yes or no.
Bro, you saying nothing.
You can say yes or no. Are you verifying that he's the better
I'm
player?
saying Bronny is a better player than Quincy Oliveri, bro.
Why?
I seen them play on the same damn team.
Okay, so it has nothing to do with points, rebounds, and assists. I just need a yes or no. It ain't nothing coming after that. I just want to get it on the record. I just want to get it on record.
Get it on record saying what? Bro, you got me on record saying Bronny is a better player, nigga, than Quincy.
Why? Because of points? Is it because I watched him play, bro.
Okay,
because of the eye test. Thank you. All right.
And then you just say that you say Quincy is a better player and everything else except athleticism. That's what I heard you say.
I just wanted to make sure that you got on record saying that you,
bro, did I just hear you
the way
say
you
that,
determine
though?
the way you
Quincy,
determine
bro,
that
we don't
Quincy.
We don't know how you determine it, bro. You're not saying nothing.
And
that's what I'm saying.
And we don't know how you determine it.
So Quincy is a better. So Quincy, I just told you that I watched them play on the same team. So Quincy is a better defender than Bronny.
I think they both mid. I think they both mid defenders. I wouldn't even get them.
Okay, I think they both mid. So you think Quincy is a better? You think Quincy is a better defender? You think Quincy is on the same tier as Bronny as being a defender? So why Quincy? So what I'm saying is, bro, Quincy is away from LeBron now. Y'all were saying it was all LeBron's fault. He couldn't get on the court. All that. Why can't he get on the court now?
The same reason why Bronny shouldn't be on the court.
No. And I'm saying, what team do Quincy? What team do Quincy?
We gotta see LeBron away from Bronny. We gotta see LeBron away from Bronny and see if he get on the court.
I mean, but that's between y'all. Look.
Yeah, But by that logic, we gotta see Bronny get on the court. Hold on, we got to see Bronny get on the court without Bron. Don't ask Quincy to do something. Hold on. Don't ask Quincy to do something you're not asking Bronny to do. Bronny needs to get on the court without LeBron's influence first. So Bronny needs Bronny needs to leave LA and he needs to have a team sign him without LeBron and then get on the floor without LeBron.
Yeah.
Give that challenge. No, give that challenge. No. Give that challenge.
Influence on the team picking them up.
Well, we'll cross that bridge when we get to it, but let's see it.
But you're not gonna never get to that bridge, bro, unless Brian will that bridge occur. See, that's the difference between
don't challenge anybody else to do it. Don't challenge any other player. Don't challenge any other player to do something that you're not gonna challenge Bronny to do.
I'm not challenging Quincy Oliveri to do anything. Y'all were saying this, bro. Y'all were saying that Bronny, whatever y'all were saying that the special treatment that Bronny was getting, y'all saying that was hovering over Quincy. So y'all wanted Quincy to get away from the Lakers. Got him away from the Lakers, and what is he doing?
Who was y'all?
But he was one of the ones.
Y'all, hold on. What I do remember is people like you saying that Bronny didn't get drafted just because of LeBron. That's correct, right?
Hey, bro, you're a liar. Why you lying now? Nigga, you asked me why did
Bronny get drafted?
Bro, you asked me if his last name wasn't James, nigga, what it?
Why did Bronny get drafted?
He got, bro, we all know politics play a part, bro.
Okay, all right. So
if
anybody got something to prove, that they need to be able to earn something without their dad, it's Bronny. It's not nobody else.
Why Jordan's son still not staying in the league?
That's what I'm saying, bro. Y'all why, this is my thing, bro. Why y'all acting like politics just started coming, like they just started, bro? Like politics always played a part, nigga, in the NBA. Nigga, just begin with Bronny.
Hey, let me ask you a question. On my rundown, do you see anything about nepotism or politics on my rundown? That's not
Bro,
that's not the
been
top.
talking about.
That's not the topic of discussion.
You keep saying he ain't supposed to be there, but you keep saying he ain't supposed to be there.
No, he's not. He's not.
So if you say he ain't supposed to be there,
I think we can all agree.
Okay,
But you agree with that, though.
politics.
But you agree with that, though.
No, you said why did he get? Bro,
Yeah,
you
but
say
you-
why did
yeah,
Bronny
but
get
you-
drafted?
yeah, but you agree
I
with
said
it, though.
politics played a part.
Right, but
Bro,
you.
I agree.
Yeah, but you agree with
I
that.
agree with that last year, Mel.
Yeah, so
I agree with that last year.
So what's the point of bringing it up now? You agree with it.
But I ain't saying. But I'm not saying he ain't supposed to be there.
No, you did it. You agree
Nigga,
with
me,
it.
you don't make, bro,
You're not supposed to be there.
me, you don't make that choice, nigga. Nigga, hey, the first thing we gotta do before we make them type of choices is we gotta buy a team, nigga.
Nah, if you didn't earn it, you ain't supposed to be
Nigga,
there.
you don't get to say that from no coach. Nigga,
No, if you didn't earn
how
it,
much money do you put on? How much?
if you didn't earn it, you're not supposed to
on
be
the
there.
Lakers payroll?
If you didn't earn it, you're not supposed to be there. That's point blank. Period.
Man, bro, everything is bro. That's what I'm saying, bro. So you with that bump your head against a brick wall, get it out the mud, nigga. Bro, that's what we do. So our kids don't have to do it, homie.
Giving them handouts.
Bro, if you call what I do for my daughter a handout, then we just got a difference of opinion, homeboy. But guess what? I'm gonna get up every day, nigga, to try to put myself in a situation, in a position, nigga, to do that.
To do what? What specifically?
To give my daughter whatever I see fit for her to have, bro. See, I'm getting personal now. We ain't talking about Bronny. We're talking about me.
Yeah, that's
so
good.
The same thing I do for my daughter, nigga, how the hell I'm gonna look down on a nigga for doing it for his son?
Who looked down on who looked down on somebody?
Bro, what you talking about right now? Then you saying that? So you just saying I agree with you. That means that you agree that LeBron did this for his son, right?
Yeah, he didn't earn it. What's wrong with saying that? When I say,
tell me what my daughter earned, bro.
What? No, if someone didn't earn something, you can say they didn't earn it.
Bro, I'm saying, bro, you can't tell me what my daughter earned, bro.
Bruh, you trying to get personal with your daughter? Listen, this is what I'm telling you. If someone didn't earn something, there's nothing wrong with someone saying, "Oh, they didn't earn it," and go about their business. If you didn't earn it, you didn't earn it. You don't listen. You don't listen.
I'm not stopping you from saying nothing, bro.
You making the decision to be have your feelings hurt about someone pointing out the fact that Bronny didn't earn it. You don't have to get in your feelings about that.
Always with this shit. Hey, Mel, bro, listen, my nigga. You can't hurt my feelings, my nigga.
Yeah, but somebody's hurting your feelings right now, though. It might not be me.
You taking this
Bronny stuff way too soon.
Okay, cool. Your feelings hurt, nigga. Your feelings hurt by LeBron doing what he doing.
I don't mind you saying that. I don't mind you saying that.
Okay, cool. My feelings hurt and your feelings hurt then. That's cool.
Okay, that's cool. So now back to the topic. Back to the topic. Bronny didn't earn it. He didn't earn it. You agree with that. You agree with that.
Okay.
Right? We both agree on this. So we can move on from that.
I said politics played a role, bro.
That's the same thing.
Bro, no, it's not, bro. Maybe you. This between me and you, bro. And then I'm gonna get up your phone. This between me and you.
Okay.
Bro, maybe you can look at something, bro, from a distance and be able to put your feet on it and say, well, yeah, he deserved this or he didn't deserve. Maybe you can do that, bro. Me, from a distance, bro, I choose not to, bro. To me, you deserve what somebody is willing to pay you, bro. That's what you deserve, bro. So all this other politics, all this other, bro, give me another player, bro. That y'all just say, that y'all sit up here and say don't deserve this or don't deserve that. Like, bro, whatever I do for my, Mel, you got kids, bro. Whatever you do for your kids, bro, that's you, nigga. Bro, can't nobody judge that and say what some kids deserve or what they don't deserve, bro.
Why not?
Why not?
Why not?
Because you're the
why not?
Because, bro,
why not?
Because first of all, bro, First of all, I don't know the inner workings of your household to be telling you what your child deserves and what they don't deserve, bro.
So this is this.
That's why, nigga.
Hold on, words mean stuff. I've never uttered the words he didn't deserve. I said he didn't earn it. Right? I said he didn't earn it. So if you want to be personal about it, and let's say I gave my son a car, he didn't earn it. He didn't buy it. He didn't go work for it. He didn't do nothing. Does he deserve it? Yeah, he deserved it. Yes, he deserved it because I wouldn't have gave it to him if I didn't think he deserved it. Right? I want him to deserve it. Hold on. Let me finish. But if someone says your son didn't earn it because he didn't pay for it, I'd be like, yeah, you're right. I gave it to him. So there's nothing wrong with saying that Bronny didn't earn his draft pick. He didn't earn his guaranteed contract. He didn't earn his roster spot on the Lakers. He didn't. That's 100%. That's 100% true. That's 100% true.
So why did the Lakers do it though?
Because
give me that. Because if there's no, is it any upside? I'm saying, is it like what's the reason, man? Why did the Lakers do it?
Because LeBron James set it up for it to be done.
So what are we talking about then, man? If you say that, I believe that. Nigga, everybody that's in the chat believes that LeBron played a role in Bronny getting drafted. We all agree on that, bro. Then what the hell are we talking about right now, bro?
What we're talking about is you're pushing back because I mentioned it.
No, I'm not pushing, man, bro.
I like it was mentioned. I did a live and talked about Bronny James and Kendrick Perkins mentioning that Bronny James didn't earn his McDonald's All-American spot. And he talked about details about that. And I talked about how, well, he didn't earn it. He got it. His dad pushed the buttons for him to get it. And there's a lot of other things that's still being pushed as far as buttons for Bronny to get stuff that he hasn't earned. And I said that LeBron is pushing and pulling these strings, and it's going to end badly. And I said it's different the way Kiyan Anthony and Carmelo Anthony is doing it, because all the things that LeBron gave Bronny, Kiyan is not getting at all. He didn't get McDonald's All-American, all this stuff, and Melo is not going to set him up to get drafted. So it's totally two different approaches. And I said neither one of them is right or wrong. I applied LeBron for doing something for his son that he felt that was necessary, but he wouldn't do it if he didn't think it was necessary. If Bronny could earn it on his own, LeBron wouldn't have to give it to him. If my son had the money to buy his own car, I wouldn't have to give him one. So
that's not true. But go ahead.
No, if my son had the money, why would the hell I spend my money to buy him a car? You go buy your own car.
Because that's your son, man.
No. We're talking about mine.
Come on, man. We're talking about mine. Right now, bro.
We're talking about mine, not somebody else's mine.
No. I'm saying, but you can see it.
No. I value my son being able to build and being able to figure things out on his own with my
big bro. Just because your son got the bread, bro, that don't mean you gonna make him spend his bread, man, bro. Yeah, that's your son, bro.
I've already done it. He absolutely spent his own bread.
People just different, bro.
Okay, but my whole point is this: if LeBron didn't have to pull those strings for Bronny, he wouldn't have done it. He would have let Bronny earn it on his own. But he had to step in. He had to step in. He had to step in.
You just said you talking about you, bro. Every parent is not gonna do that, bro. Just because my daughter got enough money to buy a car, that don't mean daddy gonna make her come off her money, bro.
Oh, she coming off that money.
You can be like you can be like that, bro. That's how you parent. That's how you parent, bro.
Yeah, for sure.
I'm saying, but don't act like it's foreign for a parent to know that his daughter or his son has the amount of money to buy the car, bro, but not make them spend their own money. Like, come on, bro. Like, that's disingenuous, bro.
Your first mistake is thinking that car buying.
I ain't made no mistake, homie.
And getting your son drafted is the same thing. It's the same thing.
You brought it up.
That's your first mistake.
Brought it up, though, man.
That's your first mistake.
My first mistake, so why did you bring it up then?
Because you brought it up. That was the analogy you used. That was the analogy
you brought it up, nigga. Bro, you just brought up your son in the car, nigga. I didn't bring up nothing.
No, it's because you brought it up 8 minutes ago when you said what I do for my daughter and blah blah and all that stuff, and you said now it's personal, and you brought your daughter up and you said
I didn't say nothing about a car then.
Okay, but you
I'm saying whatever I do for my whatever you do for your kids, bro, that's you, bro. Nigga, I'm saying that don't apply to every other parent, bro, and how every other parent gonna govern their shit. I'm not making my daughter come out some bread, nigga, just because she got it.
Okay, well, and that's how you would do it. But my point is of this stream is that there's a couple of ways you can do it. I acknowledge the way LeBron did it with his son. I acknowledge the way Carmelo did it with his son, and we're seeing the results of it. We're seeing a more complete player.
What's the result? I'm saying
so far.
Bro, he's in college, bro.
He's
in college. He ain't even in the pros. That's what I'm saying, bro. That's a disingenuous part. Now you comparing what Kiyan doing in the motherfucking NCAA to what LeBron to what Bronny doing in the motherfucking pros, bro. That's disingenuous, bro.
No, I can compare what Bronny did in the NCAA compared to Kiyan so far. What was Bronny's best game? What was Bronny's best game at USC?
And this the disingenuous part right here. When did Kiyan come off a heart situation? Just let me know.
Okay. So far.
That's the disingenuous part right there.
So far. So what are you saying? What are you saying? The only reason why Bronny. You saying the only reason why Bronny. You saying the only reason why Bronny didn't ball out was because he had that issue with his heart.
Man, bro, we're not. But my nigga, is this a serious question?
Yeah,
what I want you to do is, bro, I want you to go to sleep, nigga. Hey, I want you to have the heart situation, nigga, that Bronny had, and then when you wake up, ask me that same motherfucking question.
So you further proving my point that he didn't earn his spot in that draft
because he had a heart problem.
If you're using it for, if you're using it for excuse,
let's see.
So you tell me, you telling me that his heart. You telling me his heart issue was the reason why he didn't play well in college? Then why would he get drafted by the Lakers?
I thought we already covered that.
Yeah, so I mean, those are conflicting. Yeah, but those are conflicting perspectives. You can't use his heart issue as an excuse for why he didn't ball out in college, and then not understand that that's the perfect reason for him not to get drafted.
But the thing is though, he got drafted though.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So we know he got drafted and didn't earn it. We know he didn't earn it. Right. So he didn't earn it. So then he didn't earn it, right? So he didn't earn it.
Hey, Mel, my nigga.
So he didn't earn it.
My nigga, I don't know about earning. I already said that before, bro. I don't know what a player looks like when he's earned it. Did Peyton Watson earn it? When he averaged 2.9 points a game?
Who?
Peyton Watson.
I don't know what Peyton Watson earned, but I know Bronny did. I don't know why you keep trying to bring that up.
But you know Bronny. That's what I'm saying. But you know Bronny. Maybe we need to stop focusing on Bronny so much, bro.
Let me ask you a question.
Like you a grown man, bro.
Did Peyton Watson's dad get him drafted, or do you think something else got him drafted? What got Peyton Watson drafted?
Hey, bro, are you mad because Bronny daddy is LeBron?
I mean, I think you can watch this stream and see I'm not mad.
That's what it looked like. It sounded like that. It sounded like you're upset, bro, because like LeBron was no daddy.
It's obvious. I don't have the anger right now. It's obvious that's on you. It's obvious that's on you.
Bro. But you a grown ass man still seeing that shit though.
Hey, I did a stream and gave you the difference between what Kiyan Anthony's father is doing
and what
Bronny's father is doing.
You sound like a bitter baby mama right now, bro.
Hey, well, hey, if that's how you think I sound, I'm sorry for the baby mamas you got there if they sound like me. I'm sorry about that. Do they got I don't got baby mamas.
Do they got beards too?
I don't got baby mamas.
Do they got beards
too?
I don't got got baby mama.
Do they
I
got
don't
beards
got baby
too?
mamas with an S, bro.
Hey, do they
Bro,
got
I don't want
beards?
to click jokes with you, bro.
Do they got
crack
beards?
jokes with you, bro.
No. You said no. You said I sound like one. You said I sound like one of your baby mamas. No. Let's get into that. Let's get into that. You said
let's get into it then. Let's get into it then.
You said I sound like one of your baby mamas. Do your baby mamas look like me too?
No. I didn't say one of my baby mamas, bro.
Are they bald headed with facial hair as well? They bald headed with facial hair.
I didn't say one of my. I didn't say one of my.
Are they about 175? They 175.
You want to see where I'm at?
You know what I'm saying? What they look like? What they look like though? What they look like? Oh, they weigh more than 175. They weigh more than. They weigh more than 175.
Hey, bro, y'all feeling something right now. You didn't see me without rock here, nigga. So let's stop. Nigga, let's stop the talk, nigga.
No. Wait. Hold on. Back up. Yo, did you say they weigh more than 175? Wait, no. Wait. Back up. Real talk. You said they weigh more than 175?
That's what I'm saying, nigga.
Nigga, that's Emmitt Smith.
Nigga, bro, we don't like no itty bitty, nigga. We don't like little bitty things down here in the south, nigga. What are you talking about, nigga?
And on the West Coast, we don't like nobody that can run up through the A gap. Hike. We don't like that.
Bro, you didn't see what I'm rocking here, though. What are you talking?
So you telling me somebody can rush for 1,000 yards?
Bro. Hey, Mel, I'll do this if you want to do this.
You let me know. You the one brought up baby mamas.
I'm saying, bro. And I ain't talking about, bro. I got what, bro. Both of my kids about the same motherfucking chick, nigga. So what are you talking about, nigga? We ain't even talking about that, nigga. What we talking about, nigga, is all right there, nigga. So what we talking about, nigga, is don't be trying. You can't pigeonhole me into no. Come on, bro. You better remember who you talking to, homeboy. You ain't talking to one of them, nigga.
Who I'm talking to there? Somebody sound bitter or something, or somebody sound feelings hurt. I don't know what it is. I don't know what it is about you and Bronny.
Him and his daddy, bro. Like you acting like Bronny. You act like Bronny came out, nigga, his daddy sack, nigga, and chose who his daddy to be. Bro, that's just who his daddy is, bro.
Hey, listen, that you too smart for me because I cannot comprehend what the hell they got to do with anything that we're talking about with Kiyan Anthony.
I'm saying, bro,
because
you studied because bro, Bronny, okay, bro, LeBron doing it his way, Melo doing it his way. Like Melo was never the face of the league. Carmelo never had the expectations that LeBron had. We could go on and on, bro. LeBron's still playing. The story that you're trying to get the NBA to chase is that a son, NBA father, son is playing. Bro, we already see that. We see that with Stephen Curry. We see that with so many other players, bro. Kiyan Anthony's son. That ain't a story, bro. The story is Bronny playing in the league with his dad. That's the story, bro.
All right, so let's go ahead and end this on an agreement, and then I can get to my next topics, right? But let's end this on the agreement. We can't agree.
I don't agree with you, nigga. I ain't agree with you on nothing, nigga. Just go to your next subject. You my nigga. I come for you. I love the show, bro. But I'm not agreeing with you on nothing. You got me sweating, bro.
Hold on. Hey, you the one wanted the joke. You the one wanted the joke. You started it. You started joking. I wasn't even joking. I wasn't even joking.
Bro, my baby right here, bro, you know what talking about? Does she got a beard? Does she got a run over A gap? I ain't got time, bro.
But you started it, young. You started it, dog. Hey, come on, dog. You started it.
Hey, bro, on the West Coast, like how much y'all girls be weighing? Like what y'all?
I ain't from the West Coast. I'm from the South, y'all. We.
I know you from North Carolina, nigga. I know you from North Carolina, nigga. Nigga, I do my homework, nigga. But I'm saying, nigga, what up there, nigga, what they weighing though?
Man, you trying to get me in trouble, nigga? I'm married. I'm not trying to look at. I don't look at no other women, dog. I don't know what they be weighing. Nigga, I don't know what they weigh.
Nigga, I'm talking about your woman, nigga.
We ain't about to discuss my woman online. We ain't doing that.
Oh, okay then. Okay, I'm just saying, give me a general what you talking about. Cause I said 175, nigga. You act like you seen a ghost. If you from the South, nigga, you know 175, nigga. That ain't shit.
Hey, put it this way: when she put her shoes on, they don't lean to the side. How about that?
Nigga, my girl, nigga, shoes don't lean to the side either, nigga.
I ain't say it did. I didn't say it did. I didn't say that.
Okay then. We on the same here, bro. You got me sweating, bro. I'm gonna get off here. I'm gonna go and let you finish the show, man. Good show, bro.
All right, bro.
All right, bro.
Yep. Young Disciple is insane. What's wrong with Young Disciple, man? Hey, man. Hey, we listen. Put it this way, bro. She ain't gonna weigh more than me, Young. So I mean, but I know y'all do everything big in Texas, man. Texas is Texas, man. I just, I'm not going for I'm going, if we want to stick to sports, man, if we at the football game, I'm looking for a cheerleader size, and I'm not looking for a left tackle or a center or linebacker or running back. You know what I mean? I don't need nobody on the field, right? So that's just how we do it, though. That's how we do it, man. But all right, y'all. Hold on, let's get these super chats, dog. Mr. Stroke said, nah, Mel, you said, John Wayne, Lord, please send me a woman that rides for me the way Young rides for Bronny, literally and figuratively. Oh, man, not literally. I hope, Mr. Stroke said, how much to super chat to hang up on Young? Oh, man. You ever thought about teaching anger management classes? I don't know if I can teach it. But maybe I could. I don't know. Maybe I could. I honestly, to be honest with you, I don't know if anger management works as well as therapy, because I think therapy get to the root cause of where the anger is coming from, and that way, if you can identify where it's coming from, then you can start to deal with it and heal from it, and then be different. So I think therapy actually is more intrusive and go deeper below the surface. And I think anger management don't care about what's causing it. They just teach you skills to cope with it. I got a friend that went to anger management, and they gave him coloring books. Like, whenever you feel yourself getting mad, just color in your coloring books. So they give you like tools to, hey man, when you get really mad, what do you do? Or how about you like hit the punching bag, go to the gym. Like they try to give you methods to kind of divert, what you would normally do when you get mad. Like if you get mad and hit on your old lady, they be like, man, how about you go to the gym and hit the punching bag? Or how about you punch the wall? That's when you see dudes that got holes in their walls and stuff like that. Coloring this coloring book, smoke a cigarette. Well, I don't know, whatever the case may be. So that's I think that's what anger management does, is more surface level with some techniques. But Transformer said, hey, what you laughing at, Transformer? You trying to figure out how big? Because if I'm 175 and I've been eating fast food for like a month, so I might be 180 now. I look a little bigger. I might be 185 right now. He said they, he deal with them in Texas. He said, y'all let me know in Texas if y'all like y'all women in the 220s, like he said. But yeah, I thought 175 was pushing it. 185. You know what I mean? But hey, to each his own. Every time. Oh man, therapy is better than anger management, speaking from experience. There you go, Transformer. All right, yeah. So you confirmed what I was thinking. Yeah, because I wasn't 100% sure. 175, 5'11. 175, 5. I mean, if she's an athlete, that might work. You know what I mean? If she like a volleyball player, a ball player, basketball, something like that, and it's toned up and it's mostly muscle, 175 might not look bad on 5'11. 175 probably look real good on 5'11. 175 on 5'11 look real good. Yeah, I can dig that. Yeah. But 175, you know what I'm saying? Just regular baby mama body, and she ain't no athlete. You know what I mean? You know, she gonna be looking like Kendrick Perkins in a sundress. You feel me? You know, it is what it is. But all right, let's recap the NBA, y'all, because there's a lot going on. We can start with one of my predictions, right? Before the season started, I said, hey, Brooklyn not going to win a lot of games. However, the trade they made for Cam Johnson and Michael Porter Jr., I had two predictions about that. My first prediction was that Michael Porter Jr. was going to end up averaging 24 points a game for the season. Right now, he's at 22. So I'm a little bit off on that prediction. But then on the flip side, I said that what Denver fans, because last season everyone was a lot of Denver fans was saying that they ready to get rid of Michael Porter Jr. and they was throwing names out there that they were replacing with, and Cam Johnson was one of those names. They was like, man, if we get Cam Johnson, this is some of the Denver Nuggets podcasts that I've tuned into. They said that Cam Johnson will give you the same 3-point threat as Michael Porter Jr., but they said that he's actually better than Michael Porter Jr. and cheaper. So they assumption was that if you're getting 18 points a game from Michael Porter Jr., you can get 18 from Cam, and he's a better player, and he's going to come cheaper. So you're not going to lose nothing by trading those two guys. But they just wanted to get rid of Michael Porter Jr. because they thought Michael Porter Jr. was the issue. They just wanted to change. Well, I'm comparing them after the first 8 games. And right now, Michael Porter Jr. is averaging 22, almost 23 points a game and 8 rebounds and 3 assists. And Cam Johnson is averaging 9 points, right? That's 10 less than what Michael Porter Jr. averaged. So the production that you was getting from Michael Porter Jr. is not the same production you get from Cam Johnson. And it's him on a new team, so maybe he got to, feel his way around. But like what he's there to do is 3-point shooting. He's shooting 27% from the 3. So I expect that to change because he's a great shooter. He just gotta shoot his way out of this one. His field goal percentage is below 40, 38%. So he's just not playing that well. But the good thing for Denver is they're still winning ball games, and since they did get rid of Michael Porter Jr., they had more money to fill out their bench. So they got Bruce Brown back, and they got Tim Hardaway Jr., who's another shooter that's capable. So if Cam Johnson is not hitting, you can bring in Tim Hardaway Jr. and try him out to see if he's going to mesh well with it. So I'm starting to see Tim Hardaway Jr. minutes go up a little bit now that Cam is struggling. They might try him in the starting lineup at some point. We'll see. But the Nuggets are rolling, but my prediction was right. Michael Porter Jr. On the Nuggets was a better player than Cam, and on the Brooklyn Nets, he's also a better player than Cam. And I always knew he was a better player than Cam Johnson. They got drafted in the same draft, right? So, it was a no-brainer for me on which was a better player, but it might work out better for Denver, because they got more pieces. If when Michael Porter Jr. got hurt in the playoffs last season with his shoulder, he couldn't lift his arm up above his head. As far as a shooter, like they had Michael, I'm not saying they're shooters, but as far as shooting, they didn't have someone that they could replace him with. So they had to, kind of take his minutes away with Christian Braun, who's not a shooter, Westbrook, who's not a shooter. They just didn't have, I think Strawberry was hurt. That's the other shooter they had. So they didn't have a replacement. But now if Cam Johnson's not doing what he need to do, they can come off the bench with Tim Hardaway Jr. So they got a 2-for-1, I guess. So if you add up Cam Johnson and Tim Hardaway Jr., it still doesn't produce as much as what Michael Porter Jr. did in that lineup, but it's close. So they got a little 2-for-1, right? So that's the first thing I kind of wanted to point out and keep my eye on. I wish Brooklyn was more competitive. So his 22, 23 points a game would mean more, but unfortunately they're cursed. And we don't like Josiah in Brooklyn anyway. Right. So good for that. The rookies. Jason Kidd made a mistake by trying to put Cooper Flagg at the point guard position. When he first teased that idea during the draft, I liked it. I was like, yeah, let's see what it is. But I didn't love it. And it was one of those things that I don't think that he should have been like, hey, you're the point guard, especially after they went and signed D'Angelo Russell. I don't think they should have said, hey, Cooper, you're the point guard. You're our point guard. You know, so now he got to, on the fly, learn the NBA as a rookie, navigate being the number one pick, navigate having expectations, navigate endorsements and carrying, you know, New Balance or whoever he signed with. Like, it's a lot that come with that off the court and on the court. And then on top of that, say, oh, and by the way, we're a contender, so we need to win. And you're responsible for the entire offense. You're the point guard. I don't think he should have did that. I think what he should have did was said, D'Angelo Russell is our point guard. You're going to run our offense, but at opportune times, we will let Cooper Flag run the point. I think that's how they should have handled it, but that's not how he did it. He just threw Flag out there and said, hey, here's the point. You're you know what I'm saying, you're running our offense. And he ain't built like that to do that. And he struggled, and he's still struggling off and on, but he's getting a little bit better. But they've taken him off the point guard now, and things are starting to look a little bit better, but they aren't turning it into wins yet. So the favorite for Rookie of the Year was Cooper Flag, and he's not the first 3 or 4 games, he definitely wasn't nowhere in the top 5, but you know, the last 4 games he's actually playing solid, but not as good as VJ Edgecombe in Philly. VJ Edgecombe in Philly he's playing like the number 1. I think he had at least 1 or 2 games without Maxey, so he was kind of the number 1 in some of those games that he went over 30. But with Maxey back on the floor, he's the number 2. Joel Embiid is just out there right now, right? And Joel Embiid is not playing back-to-backs either, so every back-to-back they have, he's only playing the front end of it and resting on the back end, right? So you can't even include him. This is VJ and Terrence Maxey's team. So for a rookie to be the number 2 with a green light, it's going to be hard for Cooper Flag being, well, now he's the number 1 because Anthony Davis is down, and so is Kyrie. So now Flag might get an opportunity to showcase, but it might come down to Flag and Edgecombe as far as Rookie of the Year. And if you look at all these other rookies, man, you look at Ace Bailey. He's like, Utah is actually playing pretty good, but Ace Bailey is a footnote. You see him all the way down at number 16. He's a footnote, averaging about 5 points a game. Like, you know, he's just not even. He ain't even in the conversation. Right. And surprisingly, Con Canupo in Charlotte is playing pretty well as well. So that's what you got for the rookies. Right. But as far as what's going on with the teams, man, very interesting. So let's look at the West. Thunder just lost last night. That's their fault. They still haven't had Jalen Williams. Chet sat out last night, and they played the Blazers, and the Blazers are surprisingly playing really good basketball. And Tiago Splitter is the coach now that Chauncey Billups is suspended. And Tiago Splitter got them playing very good basketball. And Tiago Splitter is the front runner for me for Coach of the Year. I would say JJ Redick might be number 2 for Coach of the Year. So I'm going Tiago Splitter because he's doing a little bit more with less. You know, like you know, JJ Redick has the fortune of having Luka Doncic in his prime in great shape. Amongst other things, he got, you know, Austin Reeves, a great player. It's his 2nd season. He prepared all summer. He picked his coaching staff. He got LeBron coming back, like, you know, so he got a lot going for him. But I can't say that he's not doing a phenomenal job. So I got to acknowledge it. But I think what Tiago Splitter is doing, he showed up being an assistant, not expecting to say, hey, the team is yours now. And now the team is yours. And we didn't expect much from the Trailblazers anyway. Their best player is probably Shaden Sharp or maybe Drew Holiday. And it's Drew Holiday's first year there, you know, so he's got less. He don't have a Luka on his team. He don't have an Austin Reeves on his team. I don't know. I mean, Drew Holiday is better than Austin Reeves, but he's older. So, And quite frankly, I kind of think Shaden Sharp, I think he got more potential than Reeves. I wouldn't say he's better yet. But, nonetheless, Trailblazers is doing a lot of heavy lifting to be their 5-3 self because everybody expected them not to be in the hunt at all. So Splitter is my early on coach of the year. JJ Redick is number 2. I don't know if I have a number 3. Let's see what's going on the West Coast, on the East Coast. Probably Billy Donovan with the Bulls will be my number 3. Probably Billy Donovan with the Bulls because, how the hell are they 6-1? Right, that's crazy. So, but the Thunder, they blew it. That was the last undefeated team last night. They was beating Portland by 20, and then they fell asleep at the wheel, and Portland played lights out, and they ended up with the win. Right, and it was a close game, but this is the MVP and the defending champions without their second best player and third best player, and they're trying to figure some things out. And they still almost pulled this win out, man. So that's noteworthy of the Thunder. The Lakers being where they at is noteworthy. Luka has missed 2 games, maybe 3 games. And Reeves carried them. LeBron has missed all 9 games. The Rockets at number 3 started out 0-2. They're on a 5-game win streak. I like what I'm seeing from them. Nuggets 5-2 as well. Spurs 5-2. That's a shock. I'm disappointed in the Spurs' last 2 losses because one of them was to Phoenix, who's not a good team, and Wemby only had 9 points and 9 rebounds. So playing like the MVP and the Defensive Player of the Year early on, and then all of a sudden decide, I want to be mid. And then he followed that up playing the Lakers and having that game kind of in the bag and letting Luka come back and steal it. Right, so disappointing. He go take a hit in the MVP race for that. And those are the noteworthy teams. I think T-Wolves are disappointing. The Warriors are doing what I expected them to do. Other than that, no surprises on the West, and on the East, the surprise is definitely what's going on with the Bulls. Being 6-1 is insane, and Philly had them beat, and Philly let them come back and get a win. Detroit, led by Cade Cunningham, is they're impressive. The Knicks, I expected this. I expected that from the Cavs. I think this year's Cavs is who the Bulls are. Last year Cavs got out to the early start, had the best record in the league for most of the season, was number 1 in the East, got the number 1 seed for the playoffs. I think that's the Bulls this year. Right, they're the surprise team that might not go far in the playoffs because they ain't got no business being at the top of the East. I don't know how the Bulls doing it, led by Josh Giddey and Vucevic. I have no clue how they're doing it. Right, so either they go come down to earth, or they go stay number 1 and not perform well in the playoffs. Right, Bucks is the Bucks. Giannis is Giannis. Philly is a different Philly, but they're in the hunt. And then everything after that, I think what's noteworthy is probably Boston haven't figured out what they're going to do yet. I expected more from the Magic, and then everything else is status quo, right? So that's kind of what is popping off. I want to talk about the MVP race, though. So I've always had like an idea what an MVP was to me. Some of y'all are new to the channel, so I kind of go over what I deem MVP worthy in the NBA, and I show y'all my little graphic of my formula or my triangulation, where I value offensive value for the player and defensive value for the player, and then the team success. Right, those 3 things gotta lead to my final decision on what that player ranks or rack and stack with the other candidates. And I measure offensive value by what you do, what you bring to the table as an offensive player, right? Like some people bring different things to the table. What Jokic brings to the table is scoring and assisting, right, at a high level. Well, first and foremost, everyone that brings offensive value is going to score, right? So that's enough said. Right, so It's just how you do it, right? With Jokic, he's not trying to score in high volumes. He's not going to average 30. He's going to average probably about 24, 23. Some games, Jokic had 10, 12 points, and he'll let Aaron Gordon, like Aaron Gordon had 41 game, 50 or something like that. And Jokic had like 10, 12, 15 points, but he had like 16 assists with it. So, when he scored 15 points with 15 assists and 15 rebounds, the reaction in the media is, oh my God, he had a triple double. Right? They don't look at him scoring 15 points and say that's an off night. They look at that and be like, well, I mean, whatever he do is his decision. If he decide to score more tonight, cool. If he decide to pass more tonight, cool. Well, people like SGA don't have that luxury. He's got to give you 25, 30. Right? So 25, 30, okay, that's what I'm going to provide. And since I got to score more, I'm not concentrating 100% on the assists. The assists are going to come just based off my gravity when I get doubled and I kick the ball out. So I'm not, instead of me getting, I think Jokic averaging 12 assists right now. Instead of me getting 12 assists, I'm getting 7. Right? I'm getting you 30 points and 7 assists instead of 20 points and 15 assists. Right? So it's different for what they do, but nonetheless, it's offensive value for their team. So how do I measure how high I'm going to rank it? Well, scoring is the number one thing in basketball that affects winning. Defending is the number 2 thing in basketball that affects winning. So I'm putting most of my eggs in the scoring and defending basket over the rebounds and assist basket. Right? I think rebounds is a result of a good defender stopping a player or defending a player well enough to force him to miss a shot. And a rebound is a result of that. So every rebound you see, there was a great defensive play attached to it, or a defensive play good enough to force a bad shot or give you a bad shot. Right? We defended well enough for a rebound to be a possible result. So you can't get a rebound without defense forcing a miss. And you can't get an assist without the person you pass the ball to scoring. So scoring and defending is number 1. Everything else is like a substat of scoring and defending. Everything comes secondary. Scoring primary, defending primary, secondary stats is rebounds and assists. So I don't put a lot of stock in assists like I put in points in defending, right? So offensive value is going to be mostly your scoring, and then I add in the assists as well, right? And then defensive value is, and then back to the offense, but I don't stop there with just your what you do statistically offensively. I go and see how that translate to your team success. So if let's say I'm Jokic and I'm the number 1 assist guy in the league, and I'll be like, well, let's see what that's doing for your team. And I look at team stats and be like, oh shoot, your team is also number 1 in assists. So that means your style of play and you passing the ball is translating to your team success by way of your team being top in assists as well. But I've seen players who led their team in assists, led the league in assists, but then when you go look at their team, they're in the middle of the pack in assists. I'm like, wait. So you assisting and playing the way you play is actually taken away from your team. Because how can you lead in this stat, but your team is in the middle of the pack? Maybe try another different way to play. Maybe more than one person should be assisting the ball if that's not working, right? Or furthermore, you be leading in assists, but your team is middle of the pack in assists, and then record-wise, your team is still middle of the pack. So this not even translating to wins. Maybe it's a better way you can play, right? So what you do has to lead to team success in a way where your team falls in that statistical category, and it has to translate to wins. And I do that same thing for defense, and that's how I kind of do my MVP race, right? So with that being said, I don't pick MVPs. Like if each team was a tree, I don't go pick fruit from the worst tree, right? So I'm not going down to an 8 seed to pick an MVP off the tree. I'm not going to a team that's middle of the pack to pick an MVP off of it. If I'm looking for good fruit, I'm going to a tree that's at the top of the pack. Those top 1, 2, 3, 4 seeds, maybe top 4 seeds in each division, east and west. Let me find my MVPs on there, right? So if we do that and we look at the East or we look at the West, I'm looking at the Thunder up there. Okay, who's performing at MVP level on that Thunder team? SGA is. Lakers, who's performing at MVP? Luka is. Rockets, no one's performing at the MVP level for me. I would love to say Kevin Durant, but he's not. Like, he's doing what he needs to do to get the wins, but he's not doing anything MVP level for me right now. So that 4th seed, Jokic, definitely. That 5th seed, Wemby. So on the West Coast, I got 4 guys from the top 5 seeds. Now, I'm not looking below that. I'm not looking at the 7th seed Warriors and throwing Steph in there. I'm not looking at the 8 seed T-Wolves and throwing Edwards in there. I'm not looking at the Clippers and throwing Kawhi in there, right? Those 4 out of the top 5 seeds got MVP candidates on it, in my opinion. So that's 4 guys. And on the East, nobody on the Bulls is playing at the MVP level for me. I'm sorry. Nobody on the Pistons either. Nobody on the Knicks either. Nobody on the Cavs either, which leaves Giannis in the Bucks. So I got 5 MVP candidates. 4 of them on the West Coast, 1 of them on the East. Right? So out of that 5, I got Giannis, Jokic, Luka, Wemby, and SGA. I got 5 candidates. Right? Let me see what y'all saying in the comments before I go on. He said Wemby is a straight bomb. Giannis, yeah. He said it would be amazing when Jordan is on the broadcast and he would have to heap praises upon King for getting another chip and being the greatest player of all time. Lord have mercy. Chicago moves the ball and they defend. I agree. They like Cleveland was last year. Detroit 6-2. Yeah, for sure. But I don't think Cade is playing in the MVP level. It's just not, maybe it's an oversight. I keep paying attention to it, but right now, I don't have him as a candidate. Okay, so all right, so I got 5 candidates. Right. And then I also kind of compare it with what MJ did, go back to offensive value, defensive value, team record, team success, and all that stuff, man. That's, the MVP is named after MJ. So I use him as a reference. Games played is also something I factor in as well. Right. So the closer you get to the standard, the best. How close can you get to a defensive player of the year? How close can you get to a scoring title? How close can you get to 82 games? Right? How close can your team get to the top record in the league? Right? So I'm looking at all that stuff. You don't have to reach that, but the player who reached all of those things or got closer to it is the one that's going to get more consideration for the award, in my opinion. All right, so let's look at some of these things. Scoring, right? So I see Maxey, he's not one of my candidates, so I didn't circle him, but Giannis and SGA is in top 5 scoring so far. Right? So that's a plus. Rebounds, Nikola Jokic, Wemby, Giannis, top 5. Nikola is also top 5 in assists. Wemby top 5 in blocks, Jokic top 5 in steals, right? I look at those things, right? But remember, I'm putting more weight on scoring and defending. So yeah, I see you, Jokic, with the assists, 12 a game. I see you with the rebounds, but remember those are secondary stats. Primary stats or scoring and how you stop your man, which is not really a stat because I don't measure it by blocks and steals. I really measure it by observation. Like who's a good defender, who's stopping their man from scoring, right? It's other ways you can look at that, but I don't just narrow it down to points, blocks and steals, right? But defending is huge. So I as far as guys doing it on both ends of the floor, I got Wemby, I got Giannis, I got SGA, both doing it on both ends of the floor. Out of the five, Luka and Jokic, not so much. Right, so that's something that you look at. But what helps Jokic out is that he does so much offensively because he's the hub for their distribution and assists. It gives him a little bump, right? So I look at those things. I look at how it translates to your team. I see the Rockets top in scoring, top in rebounds. I see the Nuggets top in assists. That translates for me because Jokic leading the league in assists, which is helping his team be number 2 in assists. That's good, right? I see Wemby leading in blocks, which helps his team because it puts the Spurs at top 3 in blocks, right? I see Jokic was top 5 in steals. It's not translating to his team being nowhere in the top 5 in steals, right? So those things kind of don't track for me. Yeah, that's how I just look at everything. Then I'm also looking at the Rockets. What they doing defensively is actually turning them into a top 6 team defensively as far as defensive rating and a number 1 team in as far as offensive rating. That's good. So if Kevin Durant ever start having MVP performances and get in that top 5, those things where his team is landing would bid well for him, right? But those are the things I look at, and after I look at all those things, I'm coming away with SGA is still my number 1 in the MVP race, despite Jokic not being a defender. No. I got Luka number 2. Just by the success of the Lakers. Luka's doing the same thing he's been doing when he was with the Mavs, but the only thing is he would miss so many games early on because he wasn't in shape and he had to take breaks, and then his team would start dropping games that he couldn't stay in the MVP conversation. Right now his team is on a 5-game win streak, I think. And they're not dropping games. He is missing games here and there. That's going to hurt him down the road. But right now, I got him number 2 behind SGA, despite not having the defensive end on his side. And then I got Jokic number 3. I had Wemby up top, but his last 2 games dropped him. You can't come out here and score 9 points in the loss and then lose 2 straight and then face another MVP candidate and lose to him when you had to game 1 with another subpar performance. So I got him number 4 and Giannis number 5. That's how I rack and stack it, y'all. That's how I got it racked and stacked. That's how I rack and stack it right. But let's get to Kevin Durant, since we kind of talked about the Rockets a little bit. And I don't know if y'all know, but I want to say before the season started, he signed his extension with the Rockets. And once he signed that extension, someone actually did the math and was like, oh, shoot, when you add up all this money, all these contracts he's signed over the years, he has earned, I want to say, $598 million in contract. Just his team contracts, not his endorsements, not his business ventures, and none of that stuff, but just his NBA basketball contracts has made him the highest paid basketball player of all time, just in contracts. I was like, wow, that's big. And I was listening to, I can't remember this guy's first name, his last name, Colton. He was talking about, the fact that he became the highest grossing player in NBA history, but he's took it a step further and said 2 things. Number 1, Kevin Durant is a top 5 player of all time. He said Kevin Durant has always and always will be better than LeBron. And the third thing he said was that I think he said he's a top 3 scorer. He said he's a top 3 offensive weapon of all time. I think he said, no, he said number 4. He said Wilt, Jordan, Kobe, Durant. Those are the 3 things I kind of want to deal with, but I want y'all to hear him say it first.
Kevin Durant just got a 2-year extension. He hasn't played a day yet for the Houston Rockets, but they gave him a 2-year extension for $90 million. And the accountants got together and realized Kevin Durant is now the highest paid basketball player in the history of basketball.
Yes, indeed. He passed LeBron with this contract.
And I want to say this, well-deserved too. When I think of unstoppable offensive players, a guy who can play 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, has a shot that you can't block or stop, can get to the rim when he wants to, has perfected the mid-range J, can shoot from behind the arc, and is a menace defensively when he wants to play defense. I can't think of anybody else in the league during his tenure that's still around that should have made more money than Kevin Durant. I think Kevin Durant is one of the 5 greatest basketball players in the history of the NBA. I don't think LeBron James is anywhere near as good as Kevin Durant if you take both of them in their prime.
Huh?
That's right. I said it.
What?
Kevin Durant is and always was a better all-around basketball player than LeBron James. And while LeBron's got him in every stat imaginable, the reality is this. Kevin Durant has always been better, and I'm glad that Kevin Durant is now the highest paid player of all time. It would have been Jordan, of course. It could have been Kobe, of course, but I'm glad it ain't LeBron. Kevin Durant is deserving of every penny he's gotten. I wish he hadn't changed teams so much, but that's my issue as a fan. But Kevin Durant is the greatest offensive player this sport has seen since Kobe, and before Kobe, since Michael, and before Michael, Wilt Chamberlain. And that's a period stop. Congratulations to Kevin Durant, a top 5 basketball player in the history of the NBA, and for his entire career, a better all-around basketball player than LeBron James.
Bro, that's big praise. Now, I think highly of KD's game as well. But I do got critiques for KD's game because I think if he tried to get to the rim more, it'd do so much more for him, man. He did something I haven't seen him do in years. A couple of games ago, he missed a shot though, but he actually had somebody back to basket, turned over the shoulder, about to do the fadeaway, but pump fake and went up and under. And got all the way to the rim on the up and under, missed the layup though. It was almost like, man, I haven't done this in so long. I don't even know how to do this. And I was like, man, thank God. Like, do that more. Like, everything don't have to be the turnaround fade coming out of the post. Everything don't have to be the dribble pull up. I know you have an advantage at 7'1" or 7 foot, wherever you listed, 6'11", and you can shoot over anybody that's guarding you. But God, bro, the way that they push Kevin Durant on his dribble is a real disadvantage for him because he don't have a low center of gravity and he's really long and tall. His hips is so high. When they put those smaller guys like Lou Dort or Caruso on him and he tries to put the ball on the floor and blow by them, he can blow by him. But when they start pushing on his hip and really getting into him, it's a real disadvantage for him. And then he'll just try to pull up on them and, you know, like, sometimes you gotta just, hey, I got a mouse in the house, get in the post, back down, up and under, turn around, do something that's going to get you at the rim. Like, he fades away on everyone. Like, he can have the dumbest defender on him that he know goes for every pump fake. Like, you know, I raise my eyebrows and he's going to jump. Like, you can have that defender on him and he's still going to go to the fadeaway or the dribble pull up mid range. I'm like, are you ever trying to get to the hole? Right. So as much as I want to say Kevin Durant is on the level of Kobe, Mike as a scorer. I don't really think he is. I think Kobe and Mike and you can say Wilt is on a level by themselves, and I think the level under that has the Larry Birds and the Kevin Durant's on it, right? But I think if Kevin Durant had a different mentality, I ain't even gonna say a different mentality. I want to say if he didn't fall in love with that jump shot and his post fade, and he got all of it in his game. And trust me, I felt this before, and I think I explained it before, but I remember I used to let's say everything I got in my bag. Let's say you go, all right, let's say this. All right, so the most challenging place I played before I joined the Navy, and I'm not talking about in a league or nothing like that or for the high school because I got kicked out of high school. So I say one of the most challenging places, it was open run on A&T campus, and it was like I was like one of the young bucks. It was all them dudes was all older than me, right? Out of high school, some of them already went and played D1. Vincent Witt when he played for Clemson in South Carolina, and Clavine Ingram and Jamal Bronny, all these ballers, right from Greensboro. They're being there hooping. Eric Hicks in there a couple of times. He went to Cincinnati, but you get these hoopers in there, and it's really challenging. And like some of the things that I would do on the playground with the dudes my age wouldn't work on them. So me getting all the way to the hole to finish just wasn't happening that often. So I really had to develop runners, right? I had to do runners a lot, right? All right. And then once you play there for a whole summer, like you kind of, muscle memory is when I take 2 dribbles and get to this spot, I'm going to a runner, right? I'm doing that because that's what was working. Then I joined the Navy, and then I started playing on the Navy base, and then it become like I was like one of the best ones there. And I don't need that runner no more because when I'm blowing by people, I'm getting all the way to the rim, right? I'm getting all the way to the rim. So I'm in Chicago playing every day on the base, and I'm cooking. Like it's so easy. Like one move, I'm at the rim. You wasn't stopping me. I'm at the rim. Guess what ended up happening? I ain't did a runner in months. So when I'm done and I transfer from that base and I go back home and go to A&T, muscle memory wasn't on runners. So when I'm driving again, I'm trying to get to the rim again because I remember months of doing this and getting to the rim and having my way. And I almost forgot that I could do that runner. It took me like maybe 4 or 5 games of playing to realize, oh shoot, I got to go back to my runner. And that's what it feels like Kevin Durant be doing. I think he has all of that stuff that he needs in his game to dominate in the post. But I think that mid-range is so easy to him that he forgets he can do that other stuff. Like the muscle memory just ain't there no more. And he's got to kind of like in his mind say, let me switch it. Let me switch it. VC, I don't go to I've never participated in homecoming weekend, which is crazy because I'm from there. But yeah, I just didn't. You know what I mean? Like when I was young, I just didn't, I didn't go out there because it was, I just didn't go out there when I was young. And then once I left North Carolina to go to the Navy, I just never came back for it. But I would, if I was in North Carolina when it was going on, I would. But I think that's what Kevin Durant is doing. But is there any truth to him being better than LeBron as a scorer? Absolutely. He's better than LeBron as a scorer, better than LeBron overall player. Man, I guess that's debatable. I would feel more comfortable saying yes if he didn't have those mental issues to where like if he used his game the way Kobe used it, he would be way more dominant. But the words that he used is that if you take LeBron in his prime and KD in his prime, KD is a better player. You can argue that. Like the best of LeBron in Miami was insane. Yeah, so LeBron had some insane years, but he had those insane years on a super team, right? I would have loved to see those peak insane years from him with a normal team to see if it was going to result in 2 out of 4 championships like it did with the Heat. KD in his prime was an unstoppable force too. Probably his MVP season in the Thunder, all the way up to he tore his Achilles in Golden State. Those was probably dominating years for him. So you take that KD and that LeBron, that's an argument there. That's a debate there, dog. It really is. Top 5 of all time? No, not top 5. Top 10, approaching it. I think he's approaching top 10 of all time. I got him higher than most people got him. Most people don't have him over Steph. I got him over Steph, but Steph is a bad boy too. Top 5 scorer of all time. He said Wilt, Jordan, Kobe, and now KD. There's an argument for that as well. It really is an argument for that. He said Wilt was the guy in his day. Jordan was the guy after that. Kobe was the guy after that. KD is the guy now. There's honestly an argument for that. So top 5 scorer of all time, argument. Top 5 player of all time, no argument. He's not. Better than LeBron as a player, argument. There's an argument there. Right? So y'all let me know what y'all think in the comments about that. If y'all think is an argument for those 3 things or not. Speaking of the Mamba, though, Nick Van Exel was on a golf tour, like a tournament, and he agreed to an interview. And I love the questions they asked him, and I love the answers he gave for those questions. And one of the questions was about Kobe Bryant and his Mamba mentality that you always hear about people saying he had. And now I'm starting to hear people say that other players got it. Like, oh man, like the things that you would hear about Kobe, about his work ethic, how early he got up, how much he stayed in the gym, all of this stuff. Now you're starting to hear players of this era start to say it about other players. And I'm like, like we heard the story of you learning this from Kobe at the USA Olympics. So you didn't have this thought process before, and you was in your prime and didn't have this thought process. When you seen Kobe operating that way, there's a handful of players that's supposed to be leading this generation, LeBron, Carmelo, D-Wade, who didn't have that mentality at the Olympics, and they saw Kobe doing it and was like, oh, that's how you get that good. So to now to hear people say, yeah, this guy got it, like Kobe, get out of town, man. So they asked Van Exel about Kobe and the Mamba mentality. Listen to this.
What was Kobe like? Because everyone talks about the Mamba mentality and all. Was he like that as a young guy too when you had him?
He was ridiculous. I'm not gonna lie. He was a guy who would we would play ball in at UCLA in the summer times, and Kobe was actually taking classes because he didn't go to college. So he was actually taking classes in the summer, and so we would always cross paths in the summertime. He would be dribbling the basketball with his backpack, like just dribbling to class, and we're going in the gym to work out. And the thing I tell people about Kobe is, like, a lot of people talk about the Kobe mentality. Oh, I love Kobe. They don't have that mentality. Like I seen Kobe just work. And I've coached in the NBA, and guys don't work. And it kind of upsets me a little bit because I've seen what he did on an everyday basis. All the crazy shots that he takes, he works on every single one, just over and over and over. Like, his work ethic was crazy. I tell people, I played 13 years, played with a lot of great players. Not one person worked harder than him. Manu Ginobili would be number 2.
Who is the most like that now? Who has that?
I have
kind
no
of work
idea.
ethic?
I don't know.
Nobody's even in the same
I
stratosphere.
have no idea. The only way you would know that is by being with them every day.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So people can say shit, and you know, once you're not around them, you don't see the true person of who they really are. Everybody can say something in front of a camera, but you can have people who work with this person and they can be like, no, he don't work that hard. So I don't know. I mean, I don't know who works as hard as Kobe. I'm not gonna lie.
That's awesome.
Everything you.
So he said Kobe was different. He said he was different. He said nobody had that mentality. He said Manu Ginobili might be the closest. I played in the league 13 years and I coached in the league and been around a lot of people. Like, let's just talk about who he played with. He played with Kobe. He played with Shaq. He played with Eddie Jones. He played with Rick Fox. He played with Robert Horry. He played with Dirk. He played with Vince Carter, I think. Who else he played with? There's a lot of people he played with. And then as far as who he coached, who he was around, he was on the Memphis roster. So he's been around some players. Then he said, when you hear these people saying, yeah, they got this and they got that and they got that mentality, man, no, they don't. He said, I ain't seen it. He said Manu Ginobili was the closest one that worked as hard as Kobe, as much as Kobe. Manu Ginobili. He didn't even say Tim Duncan. He said Ginobili, not Tony Parker. Ginobili. Not Dirk. Ginobili. Closest one to Kobe. And he was like, everybody else is just pretty much capping. They lying. They ain't got it like that. You can talk to other people that's been around that player, and they say, nah, he don't work like that. We know who he's talking about when he said that. He didn't want to say his name. He knew he was talking about LeBron, because now everyone is saying LeBron has got the Mamba mentality and he's like that. Stop the cap. Right? We got to stop, right? And, so I'm glad that he said that, but I heard someone else say the same thing some years back, and it was Bob Myers, the former GM of the Warriors. He was on All the Smoke, and he said something similar.
And that's why, like, when people use the Mamba mentality, you guys don't do that. You're not like, don't say that. Like, don't even say that. Like, nobody should be allowed to say that. I'm sorry. Like, I knew that guy.
He was different, man.
There's nobody. There is nobody. There's no. I'm the Mamba mentality. No, you're not. This guy was like one of one.
Listen, we were on the track before the sun came up running, and then in the weight room lifting weights so hard that I felt like I couldn't even shoot. Coach like, what's time to go shoot? I was like, motherfucker, I can't even lift my arms right now. But it's like you said, it's an everyday thing for him. It was
don't like when people say that, it bothers, and I'm like I don't pretend like I do that, but I'm like, you don't get to say that.
Right.
Like, don't you throw, that's not a throwaway line.
Right.
Like, this guy was like, that's done with him. I'm sorry, but that went with him.
Yes.
Like, and you can say,
that's true, Bob. That's true.
Come up with something else.
Yeah.
In my opinion, like, leave that one. Like, that's not.
He said, come up with something else, man. Don't say that. He was around greatness. KD, Steph, Clay, Draymond, Iguodala. He was around greatness as well. No, don't say that. None of y'all say that. That don't exist outside of Kobe. He's the only one. Call it something else. It's not the Mamba mentality. Trust me. I seen Kobe. I was around Kobe. I heard about Kobe. You're not doing the same thing. It's not the same. Stop saying it. Right? This is what they're saying. Like, no, y'all don't understand. It's not the same, dog. It's not. Like, whatever you thought and whatever you seen these other players doing and you think is the real trust me, it's not. They're not doing what he remember. They said they seen the way Kobe worked out in the Olympics. The great Wade, the great LeBron, the great Carmelo was like, what the hell is that? I had no clue that this was necessary. I had no clue anybody was doing this. So this, like, you got Van Exel saying it, you got Bob Myers saying it, you got Matt Barnes and Steven Jackson saying, look, dude, you don't understand. It's not the same, dog. It's different. It's different. I don't even think MJ worked his butt. He worked his behind off, but MJ partied like hell as well. So some of his stuff that he was doing might have been counseling out his work. Like, some of the stuff he did that took away from his body might have counseled out some things that he was doing to add to his body. Kobe was even on another level from that. He wasn't even partying or drinking or smoking cigars or none of that. So imagine what Jordan was doing. Let's say Kobe was doing that equally. I'm not even going to say he was doing more than MJ. Let's say he just did exactly what MJ was doing as far as working out in the gym and working out on the court, doing off days or off season. Imagine it's the same thing, except add the fact that he's putting more gym time in instead of going out to party Michael Jordan's doing both. He's partying and putting in gym time. Kobe's saying, I got this time slot for gym time, and that time slot I got for partying, I'm going to put gym time there as well. That's what Kobe was doing. So he might have even been on another level than MJ was. I mean, just let that sink in. Just let that sink in, man. So these dudes, man, they gotta let's stop trying to compare them to Kobe and say they had whatever mentality Kobe had or Mamba mentality. You got plenty of people saying, nah, dog, they don't. They don't. So yeah, you're right, Soprano. BJ said if Jordan slept, he probably could have been a better player. He said Michael Jordan didn't sleep. Said MJ didn't sleep, man. I know a lot of great people that don't sleep. You know what I mean? So it is what it is. But that's not where he stopped. They also asked him about this era of basketball. They asked him about the GOAT as well. And you probably could guess who his GOAT was, but let's hear him talk about this era of basketball. Hold on, do I got the right sound back? There we go.
Kevin Durant just got a 2.
No, that ain't it.
You like the modern NBA? You like where? And I asked that because it's changed. Like when you played, it was still kind of at the end of Jordan's era where it was a little tougher and they fouled you. And now, oh, that's a foul. And guys are falling down and flopping around on the court. Do you like the way it is? And by the way, I'm an MJ guy. I'm an MJ's the GOAT. How many points would MJ have scored if every time they touched him, he was getting free throws?
He would score a lot. He would score a lot. I mean, it's just a different game. It's more space. Guys have a lot more freedom to chunk up bad shots. So it's totally different. Like our game was, more inside out. We had guys who can, shoot the three the way these guys shoot the three now, but I don't think we had the freedom that they did because we had to get the ball into Hakeem Olajuwon and Shaq, Patrick Ewing, David Robinson. The game was just totally different. This game now, I think fans like it. It's like somebody hitting a home run. The Barry Bonds, Mark McGuire, guys shooting the 3 ball. So when they say chicks did love the long ball, so I guess
like
that happens in basketball too.
Yeah.
So they asked him, "Do you like the modern day basketball?" He didn't poo-poo it or crap on it. He just said it was different. And do you like modern day? He was like, it's just different, right? It's different. And how it's different is, the physicality is different. The way we played inside out, the way we use post players, the way the mid-range, the post and the 3 was utilized. And now it seems like we've taken away the mid-range and the post game, and we're just utilizing the 3s and dribble drives. And that's what the game has become. It's almost like if the MLB changed their rules to say you can only throw one pitch now, which, because we want the home runs to go up, and it's just like a home run derby all day long. Pow, pow. You know what I'm saying? Imagine the MLB final scores being 21-17, you know what I'm saying? Just full of long balls and home runs, like everything inside the dirt or just outside the dirt, we ain't even got there. That's the mid-range or the post or whatever. No, we ain't even doing it. Everything is a crack home run. It's either going over the fence or going right at the fence, right? So either home run or you out, or error. We drop the ball, right? That's it. Stolen bases. You know what I'm saying? Imagine if they changed the rules. It's more fast paced. You're going to get more people that don't watch baseball probably watching. Like, man, everything is a stolen base or a home run. So we get all this excitement at the bases or at the plate. I'm trying to throw this runner out from over here and all that stuff. Everything is fast paced. I got a runner going home that's stealing. You know what I'm saying? We got to play at home or somebody going for a home run. What that's going to do is some players going to get ruled out. Like, we're not going to need the Deion Sanders type player that can get on base because he got speed, and then once he get on base, it's dangerous because he can steal. We're not gonna need him because he's not a home run hitter. It's just gonna be a team full of Mark McGuire's and Barry Bondses. Those are the only people that's gonna get on the field because, man, we just want the home run and the occasional stolen base. Well, that's what it would be like. That's what we're doing now in NBA. When you see they phasing out 7-footers, like DeAndre Jordan can't even get on the court. He's a menace. He's going to give you 15 rebounds easy. Can barely get on the floor because he can't shoot threes. They want 3-point shooters. They want the long ball. They want the threes. They want, dribble drives to the rim. The big man ain't even getting the ball anymore. It's staying in the ball handler's hand until he makes the decision to give it up for someone that's going to take a three. So pretty much every offense is resulting in best player with the ball, top of the key, middle of the floor, high screen and roll situation to get an action going to where I can get a lob or lay up with my best player, or my best player make a pass to a three-point shooter to shoot it, or my best player don't go to the rim for a layup and they just take a step back three. That's everybody's offense now. It's pretty disgusting. And he said Michael Jordan would destroy this era. All right, so who's his GOAT?
You back a guy down and dunk on him.
I mean, it's you score from all three levels, literally.
Yeah.
You know, there's no post game now. You know, it's a lot of guys with mid-range shots, but there's nobody with their back to the basket, you know, working on moves like that anymore. So it's more just high pick and roll, kick it out to the corner, or throw a lob.
Mm-hmm. Who's the best player ever?
Ever?
Yeah.
In my eyes, I got to go with Michael Jordan.
Okay.
Yeah.
Good answer.
He was different. He was different. And my teammate Eddie Jones, he's Brand Jordan. And so we're all at the free throw line, us three. And then Jordan looks down. Eddie Jones is wearing his Jordans. He was like, I got him. He got on my shoes. he said, anybody wearing my shoes, I know I got him. I'm like, shit, give me some. I'll wear them too.
Have you ever golfed with him?
So Van Exel, acknowledging Kobe and his mama mentality is a one of one. There's not nobody else like that. Acknowledging who the GOAT is, Michael Jordan. Like, you know, no nonsense type guy, man. Look, man, it is what it is, man. He the GOAT. You know, I'm not even looking nowhere else, man. He's the best player I've seen. You know, a lot of people had that same thought process. And it is what it is, man. Van Exel was right. It was a good interview. Y'all might want to go check it out, man. Just look it up, man. I think just you probably could Google Van Exel interview by the golf course or something like that. And that'll come up, man. You know what I'm saying? So Van Exel, I like him, man. I like him. That's probably the second time I'm reacting to something he said, man. He always no nonsense, man. Good player. But other than that, y'all, man, this has been a long stream, man. I appreciate y'all tuning in. I appreciate everybody who called in and all the super chats. This is the last opportunity for y'all to go ahead and hit that like button, man, because I don't know if we've gotten to a good. Do we have enough likes right now? I want to look in there and see 130 likes. That's what I want to see. And let's see if we got 130. Because y'all be cheating us, dog. Y'all be cheating us, man. If I can sit here for 2.5 hours and talk, man, y'all got to give me the likes, man. Oh, 128 likes. Yo. Y'all did me right today. I appreciate that. Let me get 2 more and get 130 though. Give me 2 more likes, y'all. He said hit the rock bottom. Hit the rock bottom like hit rock bottom that like button. Okay, he said rock bottom that like button. Clayton Mills was popping, dog. Was good. Transformer, he said stay on. We need 2 more. Yeah. 2 more. You know what? If I get 2 more, I do this last topic. Oh, we at 135. Oh, y'all could have been gave me 130. All right, I do this last topic then. How about that? I'll do this last topic. Nope, that ain't what I want. That's what I want right there. Boom. All right, let me get this out of the way. All right, last topic, y'all. And it's going to be a football topic. All right. Shadur Sanders. Okay. Man, what's going on with him, right? So they coming out of the bye week. They got the Jets this week. A lot of people kind of thought or predicted that they'll probably prepare Shadur Sanders to face the Jets. You know, they probably use a week of practice and then a bye week and then have him prepared to come out there with a game plan for the Jets. But that's not the case. He's still the backup. But from what I'm hearing, he's getting a little bit more practice reps. Right. I don't know if he's getting reps with the first team yet, but they're saying they're getting a little bit more practice reps, right? But there's a Cleveland Browns podcast. Let me get the name of this podcast because this is so jacked up if I don't mention who who they are, who their podcast is, man. Dang. Hold on, let me look it up. Cause this is sad that I didn't remember this. I should already remember. I didn't think I was gonna do this topic though. So we'll go with that. I can't even find it. Dang. I'm gonna have to put it in the description box. I can't find it. But anyway, I listened to their podcast, man. I think it's called The Dogs, right? So I listened to their podcast and I like what they got to say, man. They keep their ear to the streets from it, but they had a unique perspective about how bad it would look on the Browns if Shadur left Cleveland. Because you got to think about this. They still are paying Deshaun Watson hella money. And he's been rehabbing for 2 years. If he gets on the field, if I'm the owner and I'm paying him that much money, you've got to put him on the field to see what he can do. So I think part of why Stefanski and whoever coming up with this plan not to throw Shadur out there is because they're afraid Shadur might actually get out there and play really good. And now we got a dilemma because now we don't know what to do with Deshaun. I don't know if you can cut him. I don't know how much of his money is guaranteed. But it might be a Deshaun issue and not a Dylan Gabriel issue. It might be a Deshaun Watson issue. Deshaun's coming back this season. And he's going to get some time. Because he has to get some time because he's getting paid too much money. So what is possible that can happen is if Deshaun comes in and plays well, you got a decision you got to make. Does he play well enough to where we can get a team to trade him for something? Which is probably no, because his contract is so massive. I don't think a team would take that. So you might not get a trade. So what's going to end up happening is you're probably going to have to keep him and trade Shadur. And you're probably going to have to trade Shadur before you even get to see what he can do. And that's crazy. And this is what they're talking about.
The thing is, I know people don't want to rush him on the field, but if you're thinking about using one of the first round picks on a quarterback next year, we need to know. We need to know for sure that this guy cannot be the answer. Because I'm telling you right now, they go and draft a first-round quarterback next year because they didn't play Shadur enough this year, and he ends up going to another team within the next 3-4 years and starts and ends up being a very good quarterback for somebody else. You'll never hear the end of it, ever. You think Baker Mayfield balling out in Tampa Bay is bad? Oh, just wait until Shadur Sanders goes somewhere else and balls out. It'll be terrible.
This is the time where, I was pounding the table to play Shadur out of the bye, and we can't because he has some back injury. But now you can't, we can't even be mad at him, because it's like you can't play the guy who's not practicing. You can't play the guy who's not healthy enough to even be active on game days. It's just, I'm curious, how did he get hurt? I know he's not getting first team reps or anything, but he's still doing stuff in practice. And I know he's putting a lot of extra work in, staying late. So he's doing stuff. I get that, but I don't understand how there's this guy in college. And I watched a decent amount of his games when he was at Colorado because they were on TV all the time. And I watched this dude just get pummeled some games and just pop right up and make throws. And I was like, that was one thing I liked about him.
So yeah, they're saying, look, man, it's gonna look real bad. We just let Baker do the same thing. We gave up on Baker. Now, mind you, I was a little hard on Baker when he wasn't playing good because they were blaming because they had bought in Odell Beckham Jr. Najoki was there as a young tight end, and they had Jarvis Landry. So they had a great receiving core when you look at the two receivers they had plus the tight end. And then they had Nick Chubb and Kareem Hunt in the backfield. They had two Pro Bowlers in the backfield. They wasn't Pro Bowler at the same time, but they were Pro Bowl caliber running backs. A healthy Nick Chubb, a healthy Kareem Hunt, healthy Odell, healthy Jarvis Landry, a healthy Najoki. And their defense was good. They still had Myles Garrett. Like, what? They had Disney Award. Like, what's the problem? The problem was Mayfield, we thought. And people was like Odell Beckham was complaining that he couldn't get the ball. Mayfield couldn't get it to him. Now, I think I was a little bit right that Mayfield wasn't playing well and he wasn't throwing the ball well. But what I didn't know is that he was playing on a torn labrum. So maybe he had a reason that he couldn't get the ball to him. But it was obvious that Odell, he was pissed because he couldn't get the rock. Like Odell and Landry just couldn't get the ball. And Odell was pissed. And then he ended up getting traded up out of there, I think. Right. And you know, so I mean, so when it came to Mayfield, I thought he underachieved for a number one pick like he was, and we thought he was a problem in Cleveland. Then he leaves. I ain't gonna say he saw immediate success. I think he went to Tampa Bay. No, before Tampa Bay. He went to where did Baker Mayfield go, y'all? He had a stop in Carolina. Because I think he was there the same time Durant was there. Where else did he go? He went to two places before Tampa. Or maybe he went to Carolina and then Tampa. But he didn't just hit a home run when he first left Cleveland. But now in Tampa, he's playing phenomenal. He was an MVP candidate the first 4 weeks of the season. He was with the Rams? No, not Odell. I'm talking about Baker. Yeah, Baker went to Carolina. Yeah. He's playing lights out this season. He played very well last season as well. And everybody was like, well, maybe it wasn't Baker. And they might be right. I'm with them. I'm like, man, maybe it wasn't Baker. Like, maybe they really needed to let his shoulder heal and see what was there. Like, how did they mess that up? How did they mess up a really good defense? I can't remember what the O-line was like, but you had two stud receivers, two stud running backs. Like, how was that messed up? And you start looking at Stefanski and what they got in place over there and say, man, maybe the issue is Stefanski. Maybe the issue is Cleveland as a whole. Then to try to get back on track, they were, all right, let's go get Watson and let's give him a fully guaranteed contract. It's not their fault Watson tore his Achilles twice. But when he was healthy and on the field, it didn't look good. When Baker was on the field, it didn't look good. When Joe Flacco was on the field, it didn't look good. Now that Dylan Gabriel's on the field, it don't look good. At some point, it can't be all these quarterbacks. It really can't. So part of me is like, I really don't want Shadur to get thrown out there. Like, maybe Shadur's best move is to sit and go through this and just learn from it and then leave Cleveland and get an opportunity somewhere else. Maybe that's the best thing for him. I mean, maybe the Rams want a predecessor or somebody to come in after Matt Stafford leaves. Maybe he can go learn under Matt Stafford and take over the Rams after a while. That'd be dope for him to be paired to a offensive guru like Sean McVay. That'd be real dope. But how bad would it look for Cleveland to have Baker Mayfield looking this good after he left Cleveland, have Joe Flacco looking this good after he left Cleveland, and then the same thing happened with Shadur and he leaves Cleveland and gets with a team and becomes a starter and he looks very good. If Stefanski outlasts, like if Stefanski still has a job, put it this way. If Shadur leaves Cleveland and looks good, that's almost a fireable offense if you're Kevin Stefanski, because the track record is just looking bad for you, dog. It's looking bad, and if he's a franchise quarterback and we miss out on him because you won't play him, and he leaves and he turns into a franchise quarterback, that's a fireable offense. Something ain't right with their GM, something ain't right with their head coach, or something ain't right with the collaboration between the head coach and the GM. Somebody got to go. But that's all I wanted to say, man. Other than that, man, I catch y'all on the next stream. Thank y'all for getting me up to 130 likes, man. I catch y'all on the next stream. Full panel Friday. It'll be tomorrow. We'll be here with the full panel. We might have Transformer and Bruce on here at the same time tomorrow. I check their availability. And let's see if we can get them on there to talk some basketball. So, all right, y'all. Catch y'all on the next one. Peace.